allowed Aiden to do. It allows him to step up in the pocket, go through his reads quickly. There's nothing more disruptive than I know, I'll tell you from experience, than when you feel that pressure on the interior. I think Bookie seems to feel the pressure because, you know what, it's a rivalry game. The tension down here, it's palpable, Fred.
And you got one of the great trophies in all of college football on the line. Battle for the Paul Bunyan 118th meeting between Michigan and Michigan State. The Spartans hope they can turn their season around. Michigan believes the college football playoff is still in front of them. Big Ten Saturday night, and a good one is next.
Somebody I used to know.
Hurry in for a great deal on the most awarded SUV brand, Jeep. There's only one. During the Jeep Drive in the Fall event, current Grand Cherokee LCs can finance and get $9,250 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Grand Cherokee Limited models and dealer stock. See your West Michigan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer.
There were certain things I couldn't eat because of my teeth.
Our all-on-one mono implant system is built for real people like Debbie. It's minimally invasive, requires no bone reduction, and best of all, it's affordable.
I feel like a totally new person, and I'm way happier with myself than I've ever been.
Everyone deserves this feeling. Everyone deserves this care. Your smile matters. Call us or visit our website. It's your free consultation today.
In Michigan, we're chasing fall by powering through back roads, or even the main ones, and shifting the 4x4 when trails get rough, while hauling the gear and making the most of every mile. The only right way to chase after fall is in a Ford truck that handles it all. Returning lessees get an F-150 hybrid with 379 to its sign. Only your Michigan Ford dealer.
Get an 11% rebate on your kitchen upgrade at Menards. It's easy to create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. They offer features like soft closed doors and drawers and cabinet accessories to match your unique style. Get these Homestead kitchen cabinets for $7129.99 after rebate. Countertops are the center of the home, and Menards carries a great selection from elegant to everyday options. Take home custom laminate countertops for $679 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Hurry in for a great deal on the most awarded SUV brand, Jeep. There's only one. During the Jeep Drive in the Fall event, current Grand Cherokee LCs can finance and get $9,250 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Grand Cherokee Limited models and dealer stock. See your West Michigan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer.
Get what you need to know now. Sign up at woodtv.com/newsletters.
Sending my stream to Rumble now.
Is a presentation of the Big Ten Conference.
Sending my stream for Rumble.
Welcome to Big Ten Saturday night, presented by Discover. Number 25, Michigan on the road, looking for a first major road victory after their Nebraska win earlier this season. Taking on that team led by Jonathan Smith, a team desperate for a win. Their first Big Ten play this year, the Michigan State Spartans. MSU comes in at 3-4. Michigan at 5-2. And the Spartans believe that this could be the game that not just turns around this season, but potentially the future of the Jonathan Smith era here in East Lansing. Packed house, same uniforms for the last time that the Spartans beat the Wolverines in 2021. And the student section and everybody alike is ready for a fight. Here come the Spartans. times this year, which has kept their offense at bay, coming off one of his better performances despite the loss last week. And this is a big one that he has fully understood now in his second iteration of this rivalry, how much it means not just to the team, but the community, the alumni, and former players as well. There are the winged helmets making their way out. Dominant effort last time they were at this stadium 2 years ago. Handed Michigan State their largest home loss in program history. But last year, another close battle between these two teams. And right now, the bucket stays with Michigan for the last three. Can they retain it with another vintage performance tonight? They'll let them hear it.
Let's go Michigan. Someone dressed up like a hot dog.
Let's go downstairs to Catherine.
Coach, this is a rivalry game that is as heated and personal as any. How do you use this environment and home field advantage to flip the script on your season?
Well, yeah, no question. We're one is the energy in this crowd. Between the whistles and all that, play as hard as possible for 60 minutes.
Abe Childs and the offense will face one of the best defensive fronts in the country. What do they need to do to put points on the board?
Well, we got that some balance. Yeah, they got some solid players up front. They got to have balance in the run and the pass game. They create decisions with it, and again, we'll keep for 60 minutes.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Noah?
Jonathan Smith in his second season at Michigan State. Sharon Moore in his second season as the head coach at Michigan. 12-7 record with the Wolverines. Of course, the two big wins at the end of last season against Ohio State and Alabama, but it does feel like, just in terms of, again, everything being in front of this team, this is one of those types of games.
Oh, the people there coming to join with us. How y'all doing?
It's going to have to come out and play extraordinarily well early.
Well, it's going to start right away with the Michigan offense. You take a look at this. Justice Haynes, the home run heavy running back, went out in the second quarter of the USC game this last week. He is back and ready to go in that lineup tonight. And then up front, Blake Frazier, a new starter at left tackle. He replaced the injured Evan Link was the starting left tackle. He got hurt early in that game. Blake Frazier's dad played at Michigan. He takes over as the new starter at left tackle. On defense for Michigan State, Alex Van Sumer at number 91. Blue collar, hard nosed, work ethic guy, has been the most consistent guy up front for this defensive front of Michigan State. And then at the back end, the guy Martinez, number 1, has only played a couple halves of football. He's been injured most of the year. One of their best players. He is back at full strength tonight and needs to play well. When the Spartans are on offense, you take a look at their skill positions. I mean, Nick Marsh, we talked about the but he's got to step up. Omari Kelly, Krishawn McCray, the other two receivers all have to step up their game tonight in the passing game. Up front, Stanton O'Neal gets back into the starting lineup at left tackle. That moves Connor Moore back to the right tackle. Probably the best looking offensive line they've had in the last few weeks. They'll go against a very stout Michigan defense. Up front for them, Jimmy Rolder, one of the linebackers, is starting now because they've been able to move Barham to the edge, and Jimmy Rolder has played lights out for the last couple of weeks. Then the back end, got an interesting story. Jaden Fang, number 3, gets a start at safety. He's a kid from Birmingham, Michigan. Started his career here at Michigan State, transferred to Michigan, and tonight goes against his old squad.
Are you out of breath yet?
A little bit.
That's impressive. If you ever need a second career, Auctioneer is available. Michigan did win the toss, elected to defer the second half. So we're going to see Abe Childs and this Michigan State offense out there first. See Bryce Underwood and his head coach. And Underwood going to be a big key, but maybe the biggest key is deuce, as they like to call him in that Michigan football building. Justice Haynes making his return to action after missing last week the win over Washington. Beckett Sunderland will send it away from Rashawn McCray and Elijah Tolliver. Deep back for the Spartans.
Turn it real quick.
Between Michigan State and Michigan. And off we go.
Off we go. Here we go.
With a touchback. So Aiden Childs will come out for this Michigan State offense. And we've seen the chippiness In years past, the last couple of seasons in particular, the Michigan players are already looking towards that Michigan State band. And let's see if Aiden Childs can force them to play some sweet music.
Well, Aiden Childs has done a much better job this year of taking care of the football. Only 3 turnovers. He's done a much better job taking care of it. He can make plays as a thrower. He can make plays as a runner. He's a physical runner. He's a hard guy to tackle. And he's going to have to do both tonight. But they have to run the football because their best passing aspect of their offense is off of action plays, off of run fakes.
And despite moving the ball effectively against Indiana last week, gaining the most yards Indiana's given up this year, if they go to the curl-out first down, the speedster to the outside,
Yeah.
pick up 8 yards on the first play of the game. And despite them moving the ball effectively, to your point, the run game was completely stuck.
It was, and they've gone 3 games in a row under 100 yards of rushing. That can't be the case tonight, but that play right there is just like a run play. Get the ball out quick, little slot receiver, get a blocker in front. And Aiden Childs, in a losing effort, had his best game. I mean, statistically, at one point, 20 completions in a row. The only problem, he only scored.
Hey, Natalia, what up? How you doing?
Career high completions for games, 27 of them. Play action on 2nd down and 2. Childs being chased on the run. No, it's dropped.
Oh, no good.
Had a beat on the football. Nick Barnes, the intended target, and it's harmlessly thrown.
I hear you.
Pretty lucky there. He didn't kind of put the ball in harm's way, threw it back across his body. It floated. It was behind.
Now, that was going to be intercepted from Michigan. Yeah, they're intercepting the ball from Michigan State, but nope.
Michigan defense.
That was good defense right there, though.
15 interceptions. And they've had multiple takeaways in 5
Come on, Michigan.
games. So very opportunistic Michigan defense.
I see the struggles the last couple of weeks in particular on 3rd down for Michigan State. This is 3rd and 2. It's manageable. They're going to run Childs. And he loses the ball. Michigan looks like they got to it. Walter. Wolverines with the immediate momentum shift.
Yeah, Wolverines.
Well, it looked like Brandon Hillman, number 6, knocked the ball out. And Roller's going to get the fumble. Watch number 6 with the hit right on the football right there. Knocks it out. And Jimmy Roller, who we said is
Another good play right there.
very high level, gets the recovery. Childs got away.
Hey, that's awesome.
Reception, and then he put the ball on the turf.
They're trying to make sure that they have control before going out of bounds. We're taking as many looks as we've got. It is bang, bang as to where he gets the football in his grasp. It looked like he had control just enough. Terry McCauley's giving us a thumbs up, which signals that he believes that's the case. And the Michigan offense is out there. They have upheld it. So the turnover stands. Another turnover for this Michigan defense. And Bryce Underwood, fastball is caught by McCauley for 9 yards.
Wolverines, they got the ball now.
A heater that is from Deshaun, the strength on the arm, but that's on the accuracy on point.
Yeah, it was on point, and that was a catchable pass. And really, where that comes into play, even more so than the receivers, is when he's throwing to his backs. Those are the guys you have to really make sure you give nice, easy catchable throws to.
First carry of the game for Justice Hayes. And his return is going to be a first down carry for 2 yards. Just so big to have this guy back. Now, Jordan Marshall played some outstanding football last week in Illinois over Washington. 25 carries, 133 yards, and a touchdown. But the home run threat of Hayes completely changes what defenses have to think about.
They are a very good 1-2 punch because they have very different styles in running, and we'll see an awful lot of Jordan Marshall in the game as well tonight. But Hayes is that threat to go the distance every time he touches.
Oh, well, hey, that's sweet.
Follow 44. That's what Hayes is going to do. Again, minimal gain of 2 yards. As Jordan
2nd down for Michigan.
This Michigan State defense.
Well, Wolverines.
They've given up a ton of points, the worst in the Big Ten in scoring defense, and this immediate short field does not help their cause. He felt like they matched up pretty well with their defensive line against this offensive line of Michigan, but they had to defend the short field here on the very first possession of the game.
How can this Michigan offense capitalize on that child turnover? 2nd down and 7 to the outside. There is the freshman Andrew Barnes with his first grab. It's going to be short and set up
3rd down for Michigan.
2.5. And Joshua Eaton stayed in front of him. Marshall's really come on strong. And
Good defense right there for Michigan State.
Number one receiver for this Michigan attack. There's a smart defender down.
It looks like Ben Roberts, one of their starting defensive tackles, is down on the ground.
You see the frustration for Roberts. This game means so much to all of these players. Second year that Roberts is playing in this rivalry. We'll check out when we come back.
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted in 99% of places.
99%? I didn't know that.
You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
Well, fashion is cyclical. They'll be back. Right? Hopefully.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back at all of them.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon, all by earning rewards on every gallon and on selected store items, making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use it allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how happy could help you save.
Crystal Palace counts on opportunity. This is the Premier League, live exclusively on Peacock.
Moments ago, Ben Roberts, transfer from Oregon, heading off the field. Helped slightly, but mostly on his own power, which is at least good to see. But you can see the frustration, the emotion. We talked about how much it means, especially on the Spartan side of things. You see Joe Rossi now on the field downstairs and really hoping this defense can show some improvement.
Yeah, normally up in the booth, the first game.
Come on, Michigan. Come on, guys.
Just want to be able to look in the eyes of their players and just kind of get a better feel for how things are going.
They're down at 2. Ferguson in motion. Hand it to Haynes. And he is swallowed up. Short. Well, Lake Spencer got there.
Fourth down for Michigan.
Situation because right now, coming into the game, Michigan, the worst in college football on 4th down. 1 for 9, 11%. They were 0 for 2 last week in the win against Washington, and 0 for their last 6 attempts on 4th down.
So they're going to go for another play. Probably trying to go for a field goal or something. Come on, Michigan. Come on, guys. Now they got it. First down. First and go.
Marshall is the get dirty kind of runner, the hard-nosed move the mile, but watch the push in here. Haynes is going to do a nice job just getting in behind there. Good blocking to the point of attack. Marlon Klein, number 17, did not play last week. Good block from the tight end position.
Come on, Michigan. Come on, guys.
Hard to believe considering the personnel that you're pulling.
Go.
Again, started stepping, tripped up just inside the 5.
Second and go. Yeah.
Haynes has been a touchdown machine in the games that he's played. 8 touchdowns. He came in with 705 yards. We're still second in the Big Ten even after missing a game and a half. Only 8 yards behind Evan Johnson, who went over 100 in Nebraska's win earlier today. Joe Rossi said it's not just one mistake, it's a lot of little mistakes that have plagued this defense. A defense that's given up 38 or more in 4 straight games. Underwood, out of the pocket, downfield, Underwood, incomplete.
Oh, incomplete. 3rd and go.
This is well defended by Michigan State. They're going to try to get crossing routes in here. You're going to see crossing action. And Michigan State picked up everybody. Nobody open. Underwood trying to extend the play. And then wisely throws the football away. Give yourself another chance on 3rd.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
Watch Marsh in motion here and then back out.
Underwood, pressure comes off the edge. Underwood got
Ah, incomplete. Trying to go for another touchdown, but incomplete though.
Nice little blitz called by Joe Rossi. They brought pressure off the slot. He's going to come unblocked. They try to get McCauley on the crossing route, and it was just a good time blitz. And Underwood had to back up and try to throw it on his back foot, and it was an inaccurate throw because of the pressure. Nice job getting in there.
Well, get this field goal. Oh, okay. Kick is good. Right now, Michigan leaning over Michigan State 3-0.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
A superior smooth taste worth playing. Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
Ready? It's Saturday.
Dave's ready. We fine, Dave.
Oh!
Let's go.
Plenty of runtime, and it's even got turbo mode.
That's what they call me in college.
I bet they did.
You won't remember my name. This is the last time you will see me at the top. I want to carry on, but not today. This is the point I give up. But not today. I want to carry on. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name. Honda, the power of dreams. Proud partner of Team USA.
In their love and care makes life worth living. In their love and care, that's what I'll be giving. Every day, every night to you.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
The battles come to a close and the knockouts begin.
We have Zach Brown.
And Joe Walsh with the Eagles.
What happens if we touch this button?
We got a quick drop off
The Voice, new Monday on NBC and Peacock.
From the network that brought you The Office and Parks and Rec comes a brand new season of TV's Feel Better comedy. St. Dennis Medical premieres November 3rd on NBC and Peacock. So Michigan does get on the board first after the fumble from Aiden Childs. Now Childs and the Spartan offense will have their second crack at it here at home. Bryce Underwood on that drive, 2 for 4, 14 yards, just as Hayes in his return, 5 carries for 17.
And another takeaway. 15 takeaways now for Michigan on the season. They've scored 51 points off of those takeaways. So really capitalizing when they get the football.
Second kick for Sunderland. Moves another one deep and into the end zone. Oh, this is a Michigan State team that is really desperate for a win right now. You can take a little bit lost in the woods. What they did there in the D'Antonio era, excellent. 12 bowl appearances in 13 years, 3 Big Ten championships, a number of top 10 teams. Mel Tucker had it rolling, and then, things happened. Harlan Barnett took over as interim head coach in 2023, finished 2-8. And here's Jonathan Smith now, year 2, 8-11 overall, 3-10 in the Big Ten. But as he talked about, he didn't quite understand the emotion that went into this rivalry year 1 playing it. Saw it at the end of the game last year and what ended up being a 1-score loss. He really approached this week entirely different.
Leaned into it big time. Said way nastier than what he experienced in Oregon State.
Frazier, and they'll pick up his 2 as he runs into Holden.
You're looking for any kind of victories to build on if you're Jonathan Smith, if you're Joe Rossi. That stop and holding them to a field goal was huge. Because last week against Indiana, the Hoosiers scored touchdowns on their first 5 possessions. They couldn't slow them down at all. So to come out and defend the short field after a turnover and only let them put up 3, that's something positive to build on. And now they got to try to answer it with their offense.
Offense that put up close to 400 yards against Indiana on the road last week, but only 13 points. Struggled to finish drives. They were all long drives. Trials, second and 8.
Good defense, good defense.
And they both thought it should have been a flag.
Hausman had tight coverage because he had a hold of it. And it was right in the middle of the field. This should have been pass interference. Watch Hausman, the linebacker here, on the slot receiver. As he tries to pull away from me, he inhibits his progress. And that should be an easy call for pass interference.
And they just saw it at Spartan Stadium. So instead of potentially a first down or at least 3rd and very short, it's become a 3rd down and 8 for this Michigan State offense. I'm curious to see what the blitz packages look like for Wink Martindale. Scaled back a little bit last week against Washington.
Oh, it didn't look like no holding right there.
And then dropped at the end. Well, they really attention. They are. Amari County now they're come back. Exactly. It would have been a 19
First and 10 for Michigan State.
Initial signal was a catch. And then the back just came in and changed it. 4th down. Brandon Hillman, that's really Jordan loose.
That's very important by Hillman not giving up on the play. Because he kind of kept fighting as they were going to the ground out of bounds and pulling the ball out.
While Gabe Childs is trying to argue for his receiver's case.
No, that was a catch for Michigan State, though.
It didn't look like he maintained control to the ground.
Completing the process of the catch. So Ryan Heckley had the lead first couple of weeks, and then a flag is down now back toward the returner, Savage Morgan.
Delayed game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Not going to change a ton on this punt, but potentially give Morgan a little bit more room.
I think Michigan State maybe was taking time, hoping this was going to get reviewed, hoping they were going to stop it and take a look. It didn't happen, and then the play clock ran out. Don't want to waste the timeout right there. Right now he needs his punter Eckley to not only kick one with depth and bank time, but the right direction, placing the ball to the sideline, not in the middle of the field.
And now another whistle, and Michigan celebrating after it looks like Michigan State is struggling.
False start. Offense. Number 32. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Going to be Evan Young called for this one. Michigan State, not necessarily a heavily penalized team, but 10 penalty yards already on the last 2 plays. 11 total yards of offense in their first 2 drives. Now Morgan should have plenty of room to work with. Honorable mention return specialist in the Big Ten each of the last 2 years. Let's see what Eckley has. Line drive. Morgan from the 32 to the outside. Stays on his feet. Gets twisted down. It'll be a 50-yard punt. No return. And down the field, Sam Edwards makes the play. Touchdown for Modelo Gateway. Here's John Finch.
Good evening, Noah and Tom. We begin in Death Valley, Texas A&M. One of 6 unbeatens left in FBS. The big reason for that is Marcel Reed. Check this out. A 41-yard scamper to spark the Aggies off to a tremendous start on the road.
We got a chance to see Marcel Reed earlier this year. He's got something to him, no question about it. So first down for this Michigan offense now from the 32 after they started their previous possession well into Spartan territory. Abe stays in the game, but yet to see Jordan Marshall after his best game of the season. Play action on first down.
That was a nice catch. Wow.
Sprint out off the play fake.
That was a nice catch right there.
One way, changes the arm angle and just flips it out there for about 30 yards to Marsh. That is just such an outstanding throw on a young quarterback.
Underwood this time over the middle, deep shot, a little bit high and targeted for McCulley. As he was back there, stride for stride with the big man.
And Chip Lindsey is kind of going for it here, feeling the momentum. You got the stop, you got good field position. Beautiful throw on first down and come right back at it and try to hit the end zone on the next play.
And the one thing that Sherrone Moore has loved about Bryce Underwood so far this season, he hasn't necessarily turned the ball over a ton. He's kept the ball out of harm's way. So while he's made a couple of mistakes, they have to be detrimental mistakes. As the run goes for 2 yards, and we check in with KT.
Well, we saw Michigan State defensive tackle Ben Roberts very emotional on his way to the medical tent. He spent about 8.5 minutes in there, came out on crutches. His left leg was stabilized. Looking for his family in the stands. He had tears streaming down his face. The Michigan State fans were saluting him, and he has since made his way to the locker room, guys.
Yeah, you're just safe to say it. Yeah, 10 tackles on the season, had 2 last week in the loss at Indiana, but clearly very excited to play in this game and going to have that cut short very quickly. Starts in the midway point of the first quarter. It's a 3rd down and 8 for Underwood. Extending the clock. Stays on his feet. Fires one downfield. Tipped and incomplete. McCulley got a hand on Nick Spencer, was in the area, had a chance for an interception.
Wow.
4th down and a lengthy punt for the Wolverines.
Watch the rush here now. Watch how disciplined. They don't get above the quarterback. They stay on the same level with Bryce Underwood. They force him into duress, and he makes kind of a dangerous throw to McCulley that falls incomplete. But that was really good discipline.
4th down for Michigan now.
Keeping him kind of hemmed in right there on the sideline.
So, and Hudson Hollenbeck hit this Michigan State offense way deep. Let's see it. On the line drive, it'll bounce right to the end zone. He was hoping for one of those that would dive down and come back. Instead, it'll be decent starting spots for Nate Childs and his Michigan State offense.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Before you are Arby's new steak nuggets. Tender hand-cut steak is no longer confined to a steakhouse, because these meaty marbles make the world your steakhouse. Eat them in your midsize today. Eat them on your bed. Or eat them at the movies, you sneaky boy. Just make sure you eat them before they're gone.
Arby's, we have the meats.
This is Jess. Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
United Healthcare knows you've got your whole life ahead of you. Whatever comes next, you can count on United Healthcare to be there with reliable Medicare coverage.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
No, like this. Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Okay.
I'm a Modelo recruiter, and I'm always scouting for full-time fans. Check out this year's recruits. The team transfer. Married into the team, but acts like he's married to the team. A playmaker can get the ball through the uprights without setting foot on a field. The early season hopeful doesn't hope that this is her team's year. No, so these fans deserve a Modelo because football is real football without you.
bad. We got it covered. Let's go!
WeatherTech floor liners are legendary for how they perform in the field. Laser measured to perfectly protect your vehicle front, back, and even up the sides. Order today at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech is American as football.
The NASCAR playoffs continue at Martinsville. It's the final elimination race. Who will claim their place in the championship? The NASCAR playoffs tomorrow on NBC and Peacock. I know the wheel band will have an answer for us by the end of the event. We'll take a look at the United Camp here at Spartan Stadium. 3-0 Michigan about midway through this first.
Neither quarterback off to a fast start, but Abe Childs, he's 1 for 4. He's got to get it going. They need his passing more so than Michigan because of the run game.
Oh, boy, for a fine march, and that nearly could have been taken away again.
If you get off coverage, you have to take advantage of this. Your number 1 receiver, Marsh, the ball's thrown back behind him. Just catchable by a guy like that, yes, but the ball's still not in the right place.
And it does feel like they have to get Nick Marsh the football early and often throughout this game. Such a threat in the passing game. 36 catches, 404 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, let's do this, Michigan. Hey, what up? How you doing, man?
The tight coverage by Hill. And another place is going to make it 3rd down and 10. For a Michigan State offense still looking for its first down.
And this is excellent coverage by Jair Hill. I think their corners have kind of settled in. He and Zeke Berry on the other side. You just can't play it any better than that. Marsh is not a burner. And Hill able to stay stride for stride. He is strong and physical, but just not able to get any kind of separation on that go route.
So now it feels like an obvious pass situation for this Spartan offense. Childs is 1 for 6. Out of the pocket, on the run, incomplete. Marsh looking for a flag again. He was battling with him.
Well, they're gonna bang him around. Here's Marsh.
I'm doing pretty good.
And Wade Martindale, the defensive coordinator, said we're gonna either play tight coverage on him or we're gonna bring safety help over the top. And back-to-back plays, Jair Hill in perfect position to make the play.
Thought last week, Abe Giles, 6 incompletions.
Hey, not much. What's going on, Strange Raven? How you doing?
On 7 attempts. Credit to this Michigan defense so far. And Eckley back to punt it. This one's going to bounce just in front of the 40. Takes a Spartan bounce. And sideways will die down in front of the 35. But now the game break time. Here's John Fanta.
Noah, Texas was down 17. They force overtime. Arch Manning is knocked out of the game with an injury. So Matthew Caldwell comes in, is one completion to end it. Mosley the 5th. What a catch. Texas survives in Stark Vegas.
Wow. Wow. That's right. Wow.
Hey, that's good.
For this game, and as we start to go through all the elements and everything, the broadcast go, all right, Texas game is over. Yeah. And then we look down there in overtime. That is a heck of a way to win the game. Jerome Moore hoping his quarterback can come up with some magic similar to what we just saw. Jordan Marshall in the game for the first time after his career day last week in a win over Washington. He's got the football on first down with not a whole lot of running room. We'll gain a couple. But nice job by this Michigan State front. For Jordan Marshall, you look at the dynamic duos that Michigan has had at the running back spot. Justice Haynes and Marshall against Alabama. He had 2 career starts. One in the ReliaQuest Bowl last year, 100 yards. And then 25 carries, 133 and a touchdown last week. He was the MVP of that ReliaQuest Bowl. And said he easily could have said, you know, I'm the guy in this my running back room. And it's on 2nd down. Go to the outside.
Catch ain't good. I got somebody, though.
This will be moving forward for the Wolverines.
That's interference. Defense, number 14. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Malcolm Bell is 6'2". He's in pretty good position. He's got a hold of the face mask. That's what drew the penalty. I mean, he's got a hold of the face mask with his right hand. easy call on the pass interference. He was in good position, but definitely committed a foul.
So it sets up a fresh down from the smart.
Pass interference from Michigan State. That's why there's a flag putting on the mask.
Field position so far in the ballgame.
Mitchell Morgan slipped through in game 6. So talking about Jordan Marshall, yeah, the great game against Alabama at the end of last season, and everybody said, all right, this is your RB1 coming into the year. And then running backs coach Tony Alford went to him this offseason and said, hey, how would you feel if we brought in Justice Haynes from Alabama? And he said, I'm all for it. And a lot of guys would have said, no, this is my time to shine. He said, I want to be pushed. I don't want to be complacent. That's the perfect guy that can take me to the next level.
Well, in the history of Michigan and a lot of great programs has always been to have two high-level backs that complement each other.
Marshall, this is what he said he does. He said, I can make this. I'm going to go through it. This time he does for a first down.
He smiles. He said his grandfather told him a long time ago, you'll never let one guy bring you down. And he's kind of kept that in his mind. He always feels like it takes more than one guy to get him to the ground.
And as you said earlier, they can complement each other perfectly.
Yeah, they do.
Because of the style, the physicality of Marshall, and then we've seen all the explosive runs from Justice Haynes, a number of them going 50-plus yards. A big reason why is Michigan offense is top 2 in the country in 50-plus yard runs. Marshall's drive.
Go.
For 7.
Second down for Michigan.
TV, you mentioned the duos. This is what we've seen in recent memory. Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, they were dynamic. Hassan Haskins and Form even before that. But I know this is what you were looking forward to. And our producer, Matt Marvin, who can't get a single name right, nailed this one.
Yeah, Timmy, of course, he went with Timmy.
Yeah, he did go with Timmy.
Timmy to be Batuka.
Second down and 3. Play action. It's Underwood. Pumps, fires, end zone. Way too high.
That wasn't good.
And a flag is down. I don't know if that was a catchable ball.
I don't think that was a catchable pass. It was clearly out of the end zone. Malcolm Bell was the guy in coverage again.
And that's what Joe Rossi is trying
Nope,
to say.
not watching that tonight. I'm just only doing this live tonight. Michigan versus Michigan State.
Because it was good coverage down the field on the bootleg.
Probably watch the replay of a collision later on or something.
There is no foul for pass interference. Pass so catchable.
So, they get the call correct. And an incomplete pass that is nowhere near.
Now, I would say this. Malcolm Bell needs to keep his hands to himself because that could have been a pass interference call had the ball been catchable. He had the hand on the face mask a few plays ago, and that time a full fist of the jersey. As it is, it's third down and short now for Michigan.
They are well within Zapata's field goal range. Haynes back in there. Set up the screen for him. Haynes got to be special. And he will be to the outside. Breaks the tackle down the sideline. It's a first down in the red zone. Malcolm Bell had a chance. And Haynes made a miss.
A design throwback. Watch. Haynes is going to start to the right, drift out, and Malcolm Bell has a chance. Right here, and he misses the tackle. A little hesitation move by Justice Haynes. And then he gets the first down. Nice, nifty footwork by Haynes to elude the tackle. 13 personnel now for Michigan. 3 tight ends, 1 running back. All those tight ends stacked to the right side here.
So we'll include the fullbacks. Underwood keeps shimmy shake. Brooks Underwood has speed, and he's got the touchdown. The freshman
Was that a touchdown?
13.
I guess so.
Roses at Sports Stadium. Michigan extends the lead.
Well, they started the 3 tight ends on the right. Then they're going to bring one of them in motion. They'll bring in motion, but watch Bredesen, 44. Follow 44. A great block. Seals off the
Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
Bryce Underwood tiptoes down the sideline into the end zone.
7 plays, 63 yards. And Michigan has owned this first quarter.
9-0 right now. No, excuse me, what? 10-0.
A single first down. Extra point. Zavon puts it through.
Michigan leading over Michigan State.
10-0. Michigan.
ideas are everywhere. Left over from lazy thinking. If you're not careful, they can sneak into everything. When you're not bound to the past, old ideas can't hold you back. Exquisite design with the soul of a sports car. The GT7. Welcome to Genesis.
This is how you make Krispy Kreme fried chicken.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go. Spend less for the shrimp you crave with the new Ultimate Shrimp.
Ultimate spend less shrimp. That's just like
Garlic shrimp scampi, shrimp linguine Alfredo, and popcorn shrimp on one plate for just $15.99.
there's nothing less about that.
That's real happiness, only at Red Lobster. Wait, did we finally agree?
For most destinations to get the trip out of the group chat, that's what the world's biggest airline can do for you.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from a child. Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking the Jumbotron, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Every Monday and Tuesday, the NBA is on NBC and Peacock. Peacock NBA Monday, NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday. Every week, all season long.
Big Ten Saturday Night is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Bad work is thirsty work. By Xfinity, be the best at watching sports. Stream smarter with Xfinity. And by Genesis Motor America. Learn more at genesis.com. A number of iconic moments in this rivalry, including 2007. Mike Hart referring to the Spartans as little brother. 2017, first 19. That was a Michigan State victory over number 7 Michigan, 14-10. But right now, it's the Wolverines in complete control after a turnover on the first possession for the Spartans led to a field goal. The punt on this last one leads to a touchdown drive, 10-0.
Time now for Big Shot, brought to you by Nissan. It's Max Bredesen. Here he is right here. He told us he loves to do the dirty work. Two-time captain, 0 carries of the season, 1 catch for 4 yards, but lots of big-time blocks. That's now 19 rushing touchdowns for Michigan, and he's been on the field for 15 of them. He is a lead blocker extraordinaire. Loves to get his nose in there, put his face on people, and lead the way. I think they're imitating the Paul Bunyan trophy.
Yeah, that looks accurate. He did say he roomed during training camp with Bryce Underwood. That's a nice, finally, nice run that one from Kai Frazier in this Michigan State offense. We asked Bredesen this week what he learned, what he taught Bryce Underwood. He said, well, actually, I think I might have learned more from him than he learned from me.
Well, he was very impressed with just how important the game of football was to Bryce Underwood, how serious about his craft he was, how much work he was willing to put in, extra hours, and just the enormous responsibility that he was going to have on his shoulders as a starting quarterback as a true freshman. 16
Come on, Michigan.
First down, unless this penalty brings it back. 2 productive carries for Frazier. Now we wait for this call.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact, hands to the face, offense, number 72. 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's Caleb Carter, the right guard.
No, it's Space Jam. You're really draft from
It looks like Trey Williams right there, number 0. That's where the contact was. He just never moved his hand. I mean, if he'd have dropped his hand, it probably would have been inconsequential. But he got his hand up there by the face mask and just never moved it. And drew the flag and took away a very nice run. for the Spartan offense.
For a lights off what was a 7-yard gain and would have been the first down of the game for the Spartans. Now the fourth penalty for Michigan State. Second down and long. Second and 17. The Giants in trouble with Dobbs. Jimmy Rolder had the fumble recovery on the first possession. They'll let a sack here.
Well, this is a mistake by Connor Moore, the right tackle. Watch him. As Roller comes inside, he's going to start there and then come back out. You have to protect the inside first. Take care of the inside rushers. The back has that outside guy. You don't turn somebody loose on the inside right in the face of your quarterback, and Jimmy Roller comes away with the sack. Nice design on the stunt.
20th time Charles has been sacked this year. 19th Wolverine sack of the season. And on third in a lifetime, they just conservatively run it up the middle with Frazier. They'll eventually run it. They go in 4 drives, 4 3-and-outs, and another punt.
Wake Martindale told me the other night, he says, we have to start playing now on a consistent level. We did the same thing last year. That's Cole Sullivan, one of their top linebackers, down at the end of the play. But he said, we were terrible against USC. We had 22 missed tackles. We just played awful. We went back to fundamentals, did a lot of tackling drills during the week. We're much better against Washington, defended screen passes, much better against Washington, and off to a very fast start in this one.
Sullivan, one of the breakout guys of this defense. That was what Jerome Moore expected to happen coming into the season, predicted it during training camp even before week 1, and told us that this is the guy they expect to take a huge step forward, and he has, leading the team with 3 interceptions and had a fumble recovery coming into this game. You see just the collision. Hard to tell based on that. Looked like he got stretched out, holding that left side on his upper body.
Young man out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, went to Central Catholic High School. High school is Dan Marino and many other great college and NFL players. Will Fraley.
So they'll attend to Sullivan. Eckley will come out for his 3rd punt. Remember the first drive, it was a fumble on 3rd down. This is the 3rd series in the first quarter that went to the punt. And now freshman Andrew Barnes is back as opposed to Savage Morgan.
You can't punt this to the middle of the field if you're Eckley. You've got to punt directionally to the sideline.
And this one's going still toward the middle of the field. Now back toward the sideline at an angle. Nice Michigan State roll.
That's a perfect punt. I mean, if you punt it to the middle, you give that return guy too many options.
So Eckley gets the job done. Let's go back to 2021 because we see these green uniforms and it reminds us of this top 10 matchup. Number 6 Michigan, number 8 Michigan State, 7-0 versus 7-0. Kenneth Walker, K9, ran all over the Wolverines, 37-33. There's the bucket. And they put the Spartan helmet right on top. Kenneth Walker is here tonight, by the way, as a bye week there. He's done a great job in the NFL with the Seattle Seahawks. And so make sure that he's in the building. Hopeful that he can bring some of the energy. Jonathan Smith said a lot of the former players have provided some unique juice for this team. Now their defense is going to have to spark something for their offense. And even though that was only 4 years ago, it just feels like forever with this program.
Yeah, it really does because it took such a quick turn south with Mel Tucker. And then Harlan Barnett tried to step in, a proud graduate of Michigan State, and he wasn't able to get it done. They've turned to Jonathan Smith. It's been a slow start for him. They just have not been able to reach the same kind of consistency in winning that they had under Mark Antonio for a long period of time.
Just feels like they're going to need this defense to make a game-shifting play with a flag down here.
I got somebody.
Somebody's going to back him up a little bit.
That'll be the first penalty against Michigan.
Holding, offense, 61.
So the center Blake Griffin.
Normally in this game, as we take a look at the replay, Griffin right there in the middle, number 51. Normally the winner of this game is the team that runs the ball the best. Over the last 55 meetings, Almost 90% of the time that's been the case. Now, last year, Michigan State actually outrushed Michigan at Ann Arbor. The Wolverines still were able to win 24-17. There was only one turnover in that game. It was a fumble, a costly one, by Nate Childs right before halftime. The led to a Michigan field goal.
Lord, this time it is dropped. He's looking for McCulley. Another one of those fastballs will set up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, Van Sumeren almost, if it wasn't such a fastball, Van Sumeren might have had an interception. He came on a little looping stunt and was right in the throwing lane. But by the time he got his hands up, the ball was past him. Incomplete.
And by the way, it wasn't like they just barely outrushed Michigan. Yeah, they outrushed them by 87 yards and still lost that game. This would be a big 3rd down stop to get off the field. And they'll run it. It'll be an 8 to go for 30, not much further.
Another good shot by Michigan State's defense. Again, looking for any little bouquets, anything you can hang your hat on if you're Joe Rossi and get the penalty on the holding. He's down on the field. He's trying to just do anything he can to get a little more consistent play out of his defense. Sherrone Moore's got to send his butt team out again.
And you've got to expect Michigan will take this to the end of the first quarter. And punt it to begin the second, or will they? They'll run it here. Move it deep. Retreating back, Amari Kelly for the 15. Looking for space, gets tripped out. Just as he was crossing the 25-yard line. That'll end this first quarter, and Michigan State will have it from the 27 to start after the tackle from Elijah Dotson. It is 10 after 1. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. Big Ten Saturday night on NBC, presented by Discover.
A large component of my lab looks at environmental impacts of agriculture. The drones deliver basically images, and so we convert that information in understanding what the plant is trying to tell me. I need water, I need nutrients. Michigan State is extremely well known, and I chose to become a scientist because I always wanted to help people.
Michigan State University.
Spartans well.
For A-Review drivers, what matters is the moment. Driven by heart and a resolve to make a run for the ages. The NASCAR playoffs continue at Martinsville, live on NBC and Peacock.
Speed into savings with Marksman Plumbing. From drain backups to damage restoration, we're available 24/7. Right now, get $50 off any plumbing service.
What's the first question we ask a client? Tell us about yourself, the life you had, how it's been altered from the crash. Getting the case right starts with understanding. Who you hire matters. 855 Mike Wins.
At Bell Tire, we're giving free lifetime maintenance with every tire we sell. And beating anyone's price.
And we fix flats for free. It's just what we do for our customers.
Another day getting people back on the road. Bell Tire. That's how we are changing tires.
Around here, it's all or nothing. That's why your Toyota dealer has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Or the stylishly advanced new Corolla. Now get 4.75 APR financing on a new 25 Corolla or Camry while supplies last. Or lease a new 26 Corolla for $209 a month. Or a Camry for just $279 a month. With 2 years no-cost maintenance included. Get all you need at your Toyota dealer now. Toyota. Let's go places. Speed into savings with Marksman Plumbing. From drain backups to damage restoration, we're available 24/7. Right now, receive a free estimate on a drain opening.
A quick into the pump forecast. Sign up for the daily forecast newsletter today.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, Ford. Beautiful drone show here in East Lansing. I don't know much about technology. I know that our director, Jenny Glazer, is going to make sure we have all the proper shots to show you what we're seeing right here at Spartan Stadium. First quarter, we knew that Aiden Childs was going to have to play well for Michigan State to win this game, and he just hasn't reached that level yet.
No, he's looked very uncomfortable, which I'm a little surprised because he was very comfortable a week ago against Indiana on the road. He needs to get in a better rhythm because he's off to a 4.5 start. He's 1 for 7, but even some of his decision making, almost through the pick, careless with the football on the fumble. This is a receiver, his favorite receiver, Nick Marsh, and he started 1 for 7. I mean, he's got to get things going, and because they can't run the football, right? They got -1 yard rush, and they haven't run for over 3 games in a row. It's got to be Aiden Childs getting off the football and also running it.
Let's see if this Michigan State offense can find some level of a rhythm against a Wink Martindale defense that last week he just played so solid, waiting for Washington to make mistakes. And eventually, Devon Williams, who's as dynamic and dangerous at the quarterback position in the Big Ten as just about anybody, did make some mistakes back to back to back.
Well, they did not allow any big players, right? They controlled the running game. The longest run of the game for Washington is 8 yards. They gave up explosive pass plays, and then ultimately got 3 interceptions in the second half.
You see the drive showing so far, and another penalty.
False start, offense, number 65. Like your penalty, first down.
And Stanton Meal making his return after missing the last couple of games with a false start.
He's back. He missed ever since the USC game, and they were happy to get him back. Just a little anxious on that play. They were able to move Connor Moore back to the right side, but those are just penalties. When you're struggling anyway, you just can't afford against a good defense. Put yourself back to 1st and 15 and behind the chains right away.
And from the 22-yard line. Down to the outside, complete to Omar Kelly near the original line of scrimmage. So this game will set up 2nd and 11. We asked Jonathan Smith.
Hey, Anna, how you doing?
This whole receiving core with Kelly coming in and McCray coming in, and having the tight ends as viable options to go with Nick Marsh in year 2. He said, all right, who else needs to step up? He goes, no, those 3 guys need to step up. Kelly, Marsh, and McCray have to have big games for us.
I think McCray
I'm doing pretty good myself.
opportunities in this game.
And up the middle, Frazier's got a first down, still on his feet.
Come on, guys, stop him. Stop him.
Michigan State can need a big play at Sports Stadium. Provides the energy.
Well, I told you that Keyshawn McCray could have a chance as a receiver. Watch him as a blocker. Wide receiver blocking on the nickelback. They get the right guard downfield and then watch the hustle of Aiden Childs as a quarterback. Gets a block on Mangum. That's an extra 15 yards on the run because of the hustle play by the quarterback. Not having a great game throwing the football, that's a big-time leadership play by your quarterback.
Mangum, the Michigan State transfer, thought he could potentially come up with a huge play. Now looks like it's a wildcat formation. And it is. Handed. Childs. Fake the pitch. Keeping himself. Directing traffic. Steph's got his hand on the red zone.
Michigan's winning so far 10-0. Michigan winning over Michigan State.
Michigan showed good discipline on that play, and that's the right decision by Aiden Childs. Just run it, get what you can get out of bounds. Play 2nd down.
Jonathan Smith has said he's done a much better job of eliminating the errors from last year. First time as a full-time starter a year ago. Up the middle it goes, and Taliaferro's carry will go for maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, true. Let's go Michigan.
You see the chippiness already between these 2 programs, these 2 teams. At the end of last year.
As soon as Jimmy Walter gets after the play, a couple of hard-nosed guys on both sides of the ball, 3rd and short.
And it's going to be a timeout for Michigan.
For the first time in this game, you can feel a little bit of momentum in the new team. 30 seconds out. It started with their defense getting a stop, right on 3rd and long, forced the punt to get the big run. The hustle play by Childs, and all of a sudden now, you've got 3rd and short in the red zone.
Fiery pepperoni pizza from Marco's, and I still got fiery breadsticks from Marco's Pizza as well.
93% points on the ball in the red zone with a 49-yard run from Frazier, his career long. Now, one thing Jonathan Smith admitted to us is, with this game, it takes a step back. Maybe we should have run our quarterback in a little bit more. It's so dangerous. Feels like in this situation, 3rd and 1, this is the perfect time to do it.
But he's dangerous, not so much because he's nifty and elusive, but because he's big. He's got a huge lower.
Oh, yummy.
And he's a hard guy to tackle.
It's going to be Childs, push from Coyne, and he's going to have the first down. They don't bring in Jay Coyne very often. He caught a touchdown in overtime week 2 against Boston College, but his push from behind on Childs will move the sticks.
Childs is 6'3", 235 pounds. Sterling just hit behind him, give a little push. That's a strong, legged quarterback. And Nick Martindale said, you know, I've not seen many quarterbacks like him. You have to try to tackle him like a running back. He's not like tackling a quarterback. You got to get bodies to him and gang tackle him because he's so big in his lower hand.
Stick in the I formation on first down.
You can do a lot of play action pass under the center. Michigan State likes bootlegs.
It's going to be a run. Frazier spins away from Holder. Stays on his feet. Frazier. It's going to be close to a first down. They're going to give him a first and goal. Frazier turning it up on the drive.
Are you kidding me? Jimmy Rory and the run blitz got right into the hole. Ron Holder beat the back right here. Frazier with the Schmidt move gets away from Roller. And then the jump cut. That's as good a run as you're going to see.
Say Coleman and Barry missed on the initial one of 49 yards. And now Rolder and Williams are all going to wait.
Come on, Michigan. Use the defense. Come on, guys.
It's Frazier. And he gets wrapped up after a game 1. And the ball came out. Michigan believes they have it. Now it's Frazier down with the
Fields runner was down. 2nd down.
Hausman scooped it up and ran away from the fire. They're going to call him down by contact to serve 2nd and goal. And Hausman just trying to throw it back to the official. It hit what looks like
weather for us. Check real quick. It's 44 for us.
Chippiness. We're seeing more of it now here, especially as Michigan State getting close to the goal line. You can't afford any stupid penalties, either team, for stuff that happens after the whistle.
What knocked down the lawn? John, it's all the time. Yeah, 100%. It's really flat when you saw that that's streaking down the sideline.
Charge timeout, Michigan State, they're first.
This is a good timeout because this is an important drive to get a touchdown. Michigan State cannot afford to have to settle for a field goal here because you just don't know how many short fields you're going to get against this Michigan defense. So
yeah, so true.
2nd and goal, you've got
I know it was like in the lower 50s today. It was.
they've been under the center here the last couple of plays, which gives them some flexibility on some of their play action and bootleg action that they like. That's Brian Lindgren, the offensive coordinator. Did a nice job on this possession. This is clearly the best possession we've seen of the Michigan State offense. Good blend of run and pass. And knocking on the door of the goal line here, a chance to make it a 10-second ball game.
Both coaches talked to us about their season.
Oh, hey, that's good.
Jonathan Smith said, use the hatred from this rivalry to fuel your preparation. Lock you mentally. He's at home right here on 2nd down and goal number 2 to the Spartans.
Unbalanced line to the left.
Pitching McCray. And he gets spun down at the 1.
Very nice play by
Jack out. Clock came down late. There was some extracurricular after the whistle.
Jair Hill made a wonderful play there, staying at home on the reverse. Good discipline by the cornerback.
Oh, 52 degrees tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be like around, I think in the 50s for us tomorrow. Like what, 56 or 57?
He's walking toward the bench. And there he is. Just made his return from injury after missing the last couple of weeks.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Offense. Number 4. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
And then it was playing with emotion as opposed to being emotional.
This is what you cannot afford. You play between the whistle. You don't play beyond the whistle. Here's what it is. And away from the play, it's inconsequential.
Actually, knocked him into Golden.
Tal Tolliver, just not a smart penalty at all. And it was so far away from the action, had no impact on what was going to happen on that play. And now you find yourself back on the 17-yard line, second and goal. Yeah.
So Rustin Young is in there after O'Neal went toward the sideline. It's second and goal now from the 17. Childs, end zone. What a contact and a flag is down. Two of them come in as Metcalf has the coverage on the Bray.
Well, you give him a chance, right? You go ahead and give him a chance at single coverage on Metcalf. That's a matchup I think you like if you're Michigan State.
That's interference. Defense. Number 13. Number 7. 15-yard penalty. First down.
A lot of contact. A lot of contact. You get single coverage against the nickel back. And you get all that back, and you got first and goal again.
Yeah, Tal Tolliver, who's still in the game, is saying, whew,
yeah.
Right back to the 2-yard line. It's a first and goal with Tal Tolliver next to Childs.
Plays his quarterback run.
And it is. Childs will keep it. Childs will push. Childs is short. Just barely of the goal line.
I think you do it again. I mean, it's first and goal. Now it's second and goal. When you run him, you get an extra blocker with the back. Looks like some bigger bodies are in now for Michigan State. Belling in, Coyne is in.
Childs has 3 of Michigan State's last 4 rushing touchdowns. He led them in rushing yards last week against Indiana. Second and goal. Back to the I formation. Childs will push again. And Childs. They're talking it through.
Michigan State get the touchdown.
And it looks like, as of now, he's going to be short.
Looks like he was short.
Good push.
So Michigan used their good defense against him.
Trey Williams, number 0, kind of anticipated the snap count and got behind the line of scrimmage, got penetration, and you can see they're just not able to get the ball over the plane. Now, another thing, Connor Moore, the starting right tackle, number 58, his helmet came off on that play. He had to come out of the game. So this third down and goal play, they are without their starting left tackle and their starting right tackle.
Come on, Michigan. I think Childs got the touchdown this time for Michigan State.
Michigan State is on the board. And a flag comes in after the fact.
Flag.
That was all second effort push because that was pretty good defense.
Michigan still leading against Michigan State 10-6. It'll be 10-7 because they're going to make a field goal or whatever here soon.
Childs is able to get that big body across the goal line. Initially, he doesn't have it. And you can see the push by Coyne and by Brandon Thomas, number 7, at the end of the play to get the ball across the play.
Now, the penalty came in after the touchdown was called, and we've already seen Jonathan Smith frustrated that his team has let the opponents get the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
Number 77.
That should be a good one.
His first of the game. 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff.
And That's Andrew Dennis, who's a backup lineman who is the guy who had to come in because Hunter Moore was out of the game. His first entry into the game, and he picks up a dumb penalty. Just, you said it. Both coaches talked about it. Play with emotion, but don't play emotional. Don't let the emotions get the best of you.
Hey, that's good.
Fortunately for Michigan State, it didn't cost them a touchdown.
Kick's good for Michigan State. Well, Michigan, we gotta start doing some good offense in that.
This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work together? Honey, I did it!
Yeah, true.
The thing about homeownership is that there's a lot to learn. Good thing you can just ask Google.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy.
What up, the Buckster? How you doing?
The business can spend more and earn more. What's in your mind?
Don't sweat the technique.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Better pizza. Papa John's.
I got Michigan. Oh, I don't know. Good question.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
The fastest horses around the globe will compete to be crowned the best in the world. It's the 2025 Breeders' Cup on NBC, USA, and Peacock.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I heard game 2 was on for that.
Oregon was a 31-point favorite against Wisconsin. Jordan Davison runs it for a touchdown, but only 7-0 Ducks at the half. No one tied interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Now, remember, after the penalty, this kickoff was pushed back for Michigan State, who did finally get a touchdown drive. 10 plays down the field, 73 yards, 61 coming from Frazier on the ground.
Michigan, so far in this first half, has enjoyed outstanding field position every possession. In all likelihood, they'll start this possession in good shape as well.
Let's see where they go with this kick. It's a good one toward the sideline with a fair catch made at the 10.
Oh, 24 coins today. Hey, that's good.
So 10-7, and we'll see this Michigan offense with Max Bredesen before we go to KT.
You guys are talking about the emotions of this rivalry. Max Bredesen received a text from his brother Fenton this week. The former Wolverine and current Tampa Bay Buccaneer had 3 words for his younger brother: state championship week. The Bredesens are from Wisconsin, but they appreciate the significance of this in-state rivalry. Max called this a 365-day rivalry. Said tonight's game is all about their team playing for one another. He said you cannot leave anything in the tank.
We've heard that from both sides, just about the guys who are in-state really feel it, but the ones who have been here, like Bredesen, who got to see it with his brothers, now 2-time captains, they know the significance to everybody within the state of Michigan, the alums, former players, fans that have made the trip here to Spartan Stadium as well. It's Underwood and Haynes' first attempt at this rivalry, and Haynes is 0-2.
Yeah, in the era of the transfer portal, you've got kids from a lot of different places making up rosters nowadays. However, Michigan State's roster still has 43 kids from the state of Michigan. Michigan's has 24. And so a lot of those kids still grew up. They know the significance of the rivalry.
Hey, yeah, hopefully.
Second down and 7. Underwood throw it out. Now taking himself and slide down about 2 yards shy of first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
They're down for Michigan.
Yeah, the thing you see with Bryce Underwood, the more he plays, just the more comfortable he looks in doing lots of things. Right now, there's a little sub. We got to let Michigan State sub on defense. Michigan was actually trying to go fast, but because they have an offensive sub, they have to wait and allow Michigan State to substitute. So pretty good move by Joe Rossi to slow things down on this 3rd and 1 play.
Go back to him to Donovan. And he does get on top of it, but Michigan State catches a break.
This is going to be like a quarterback sneak. You can see wedge protection. Watch everybody blocking in. The center, in too big of a hurry to get into his block, sailed the ball over the quarterback Underwood's head, and Bryce Underwood almost has trouble recovering it. And Michigan State with a stop on
They get some throws on TikTok.
position now following this punt. You can see the offensive line all blocked at wedge, and the center was trying to get low.
All right, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping in, Anna.
From the 36-yard line by Martin Kelly. 45-yard kick will set up this Michigan State offense with a chance to tie or take the lead here in the second.
Work versus fun. Know the difference.
My seminars are a great way to connect with young homeowners turning into their parents.
Breaking down cardboard is something you have to do, not something you get to do. Lawn care is not a hobby.
I'm not trying to hurt you, just trying to be honest with you.
Watching a neighbor get his tree removed is not a weekend play. Hey, let's give it up for that guy.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
You're watching TV, not supervising it. Sit down and relax.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, like bangers. I mean, the feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network.
No more coffee for a selfie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Got any 8s? Goldfish. Got any 4s? I should have seen that coming. Two-way player.
The V6-powered Nissan Frontier Pro 4X.
I know what you're thinking. Here's Kristen Bell on a luxurious vacation with her pretend kids. But I'm really here for all the points I get with my City Strata Elite card. I'm good for a fancy dinner where I don't have any idea what I'm eating. But what I really love is 6 times the points. Just eat your points, sweetie. Love you more than all the stars in the sky. Slightly more than all the points I'm earning.
City Strata Elite. Rewards where it counts. That's the point.
Every Monday and Tuesday, the NBA is on NBC and Peacock. Peacock NBA Monday, NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday. Every week, all season long.
Big Ten Saturday Night is brought to you by Progressive Keys to Progress Program, gifting cars to veterans in need. And by T-Mobile. Well, college football's home to unique rivalry trophies. The Floyd of Rosedale, we saw Iowa dominate with that earlier today. Oklahoma and Texas, the Golden Hat. Memphis and UAB played for maybe the most intriguing, the Bones, 100-pound bronze rack of ribs. Alludes to the two cities' reputation for barbecue. And of course, this one, the Paul Bunyan Trophy, 4-foot-tall wood statue of Paul Bunyan. That sounds good. That's been pretty good in the evasiveness of Makai Frazier. A number of missed tackles on the previous drive. This time, a short gain of 2. So Frazier came in as the lead rusher for this team, just under 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. The first couple of games of the season, he was off the chart. The first 2 games, he had 184 and a touchdown, but just 200 yards since then coming into this one. Saw what he did on the last drive, looked a lot more like weeks 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, they were starting this game, looked like they were running in mud, and then all of a sudden, that last drive, they parked a couple, got some juice, some momentum back, and Nate Child still 2 of 8 for the ball game's phone.
Second down and 8. It's Frazier. Set up a 3rd and manageable as he runs into Derek Moore.
The good news for Michigan State, again, I've made this point, is if they can run with some kind of success, it sets up the best part of their passing game, which is their play action. They like to run that deep, one-handed play fake. They'll run bootleg off of it. Nate Childs is very comfortable with that part of the offense, and it's all set up by your ability to run the football.
Spartans started 0 for 4 on 3rd down. They've converted on their previous 2. This one's a 3rd and 3. Michigan with 4. Childs delivers. Incomplete.
Yes, controls on TikTok.
It looked like early contact to me. I mean, watch how early the contact is by Zeke Berry. It's a slant route. I mean, looked early to me.
Battling with Nick Marsh. Berry at 5'11", 196. Marsh 6'3", 203. They just got to look at it here. They're going to bring out Eckley in the punt unit.
Michigan recognizes how physical of a receiver Nick Marsh is. And he's a very strong catcher of the ball. He's got a physical body. They have been very physical with him. Whether it was Jair Hill or Zeke Berry, that time it looked like they got away with him.
Slot corner back out there, called for a fair catch inside the 5. So a couple of questionable decisions on the punt and kickoff returns for Michigan.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer and give you a fresh blade feeling time after time after time after time. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better. You again.
Everybody's loving that Grubhub deal with Prime, huh?
Amazon Prime member, you can get $0 delivery fees on Grubhub. Go to Amazon.com/Grubhub, activate your free Grubhub Plus membership, and start ordering with $0 delivery fees on Grubhub for top restaurants and your go-to spots. Eligible orders only. Terms and additional fees apply. Should we just stop?
I can control the radio.
Never mind.
Your pride and joy is measured in acres. Keep them looking their best with personal Sidekick utility vehicles. Professional grade mowers for a professional cut. And the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. I'm the Modelo Recruiter.
TikTok must have got my damn from something.
Check out this recruit. He was vicious. His game day rituals could change the whole game. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo.
I got this old thing and the bill from the store where I got it. Figured you could beat it with a better deal on one of these big boys.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, at Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill and they'll give you a better deal.
Verizon's pricey.
No, better deal, best 5G network. Back to the TV. Does it come higher than 8K? Because I want this one.
Take the TV and go. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today for a better deal.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
You don't know that?
The Geico Gecko? I'm like speechless.
I love how I save $900 when I switch my car insurance to Geico.
Yeah, you really do get one with Geico. Oh, Geico just makes things fast and easy.
And their customer service reps always know just what I need.
Did you just,
Shh. Is she allowed to do that?
She's mad with power.
You Get more than just savings. Empower Geico.
Back in East Lansing, Spartan defense coordinator Joe Rossi told us yesterday, I like our matchups of our defensive front seven against their offensive line, and we have to defend the run. And so far, the Spartans have been up for it. They've done a nice job of getting bodies around the line of scrimmage, getting tackling the Michigan backs. So far in the ball game right now, only 56 yards rushing for the Wolverines. And they've got Justice Haynes back as well, so excellent job so far.
It's going to be Jordan Marshall to start this drive from the 5-yard line. Delayed handoff. Marshall looking for the hole. Surges forward for 4 yards.
Now, they felt like they have not been able to make anybody one-dimensional the last few weeks, and that just puts any defense in a tough situation. They felt like if they could do that, if they could force it into a passing game for Bryce Underwood in a lot of third-down situations, they felt like they could have some success. And so far, in this 10-7 ball game, they've been able to do that.
2nd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. Right back to him. Marshall up to the middle. He gets denied of extra yardage.
Come on, Michigan.
3rd down and 2 upcoming.
They're down for Michigan.
We mentioned at the start of this show that Blake Frazier, number 77 from Michigan, is a new starter at left tackle. He's a sophomore, replacing Evan Link, who started the first 7 games, who got injured last week. Lindsey, the offensive coordinator, recognizing that.
Fly the motion in on 3rd down and 2. Brunson up the middle. Marshall's got the 1st down.
And this guy is a hard-nosed runner. I mean, he is Jerome Moore kind of described him as a muddy runner, a guy who in muddy conditions, which we don't have tonight, but he would excel. Bredesen with the cutoff block and just power running by the young man from Cincinnati, Ohio. Went to Bowler High School football tradition there.
Both teams with 2 timeouts and a 2-minute timeout remaining here in the first half. Sideline McColley a little bit behind him and incomplete. Again, coverage with Malcolm Bell, who's been involved. They've really been targets. They have 14 in green all night.
And they got a couple penalties drawn on them. One where they put the flag back in their pocket because the ball was uncatchable. That time in good position. They just made a solid defensive play.
Michigan did win the toss to start this game and defer to the second half.
You got to find a way to get Marsh involved. I mean, he's been a big receiver the last 3 weeks. They're pretty quiet so far.
That'd be cool.
On the ground, Marshall, he gets level. Big hit by Wayne Matthews, the 3rd.
And Wayne Matthews does a really nice job of reading this and scraping. Watch him just work across the line. And then when he sees an opening, attack the back. Scrape, attack.
Probably send TikTok a message and that.
Right now, the play clock and the game clock are almost perfectly synced up. So this would likely take us to the 2-minute timeout if Michigan decides not to run this 3rd and 9. Justice Haynes is back in there. They will
Come on, Michigan.
It's a screen. It's Haynes.
Michigan State. 4th down for Michigan.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, and the Spartans will have a chance with a football back.
Same action they showed earlier in the game. They bring pressure off the slot. They play zone defense behind it, and they get the stop on 3rd and long.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready for this moment. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me relieve with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue, and it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clear skin and better makeup, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Sky Vision today. Learn how happy, happy, safe.
It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. Get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite gloves.
Cash back on my lucky chain wrap.
Even earn cash back on my lucky power.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover. The 3 for me only at Chili's. Now serves up the all-new Big QB for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food. This is how you value me. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Old ideas are everywhere. Leftovers and legacy thinking. If you're not careful, they can sneak into everything. When you're not bound to the past, old ideas can't hold you back. Exquisite design with the soul of the sports car. The QT7, welcome to Genesis.
Trees were like a crazy bush. Happy Place, due November 7th on NBC and Peacock.
The NBA is on NBC and Peacock Monday nights. Peacock NBA Monday and Tuesdays in prime time. Coast to Coast Tuesday on NBC and Peacock. Of course, the Hall of Famer Magic Johnson, title for the Spartans in 1979. One of the greatest players in the history of the NBA. So glad to have it back as a part of our family at NBC and Peacock. Was on the best broadcast down the road in Detroit Monday night. 2 minutes to play this first half. Offense kick with a fair catch called for and gained at the 34-yard line by Ronald Kelly. That's really Michigan State offense will operate. 2 timeouts, 1:53 to play. Again, Michigan will get the football to start the second half, but this second quarter, all the momentum is going to Spartans.
Yeah, the momentum has kind of swung towards the home team. They've had better field position than they had in the first quarter. I think Hendrick has done a nice job of getting some running game going. Aiden Childs still kind of struggling at 2 for 9. But they've been able to run the football so far for 80 yards, which is already more than they had the entire game a week ago against Indiana.
81 of those 80 yards coming in the second quarter. And outgained Michigan in this quarter by 78 yards. Looking for more with Frazier up the middle. They'll gain 1. 35. See how they utilize their timeouts. No rush here. Plenty of time to get down the field and get into the range for Connington to get a 50-yarder week 2 against Boston College.
And Michigan may elect to use their timeouts as well. If this is a conservative play here or a stop, they may use their timeouts.
On second down now. Oh, the middle's incomplete. Don't even need to use the timeout. Looking for the break.
No, this one at first glance looked like McRae may be short on this one on the slant, running inside. Know how great that effort was to catch the football. And I guess it was. Just a little off the mark by Childs. And as you mentioned, stops the clock for Michigan.
So now here's a big third down and 9 from the 35.
4-man rush for Michigan.
Childs delivers wide open first down. It's Marsh trying to get away. Stays on his feet, then he went out of bounds backward. Oh my goodness.
I thought he had the first down and then gave it up. I mean, first of all, where he caught it was the first down. And then he went past it and then gave it up on the second effort.
Stop short of the line to gain.
Oh my goodness. He 100% had it by a wide margin. The offense stayed on the field. They're looking to go quickly here. And now the whistle's going to blow for a Michigan timeout. Wow.
I mean, credit Marsh for trying to make the play. When he had the first down, they would have stopped the clock until they reset the chains, and they have been about midfield. He's clearly past the marker right here. If he goes down, it's a first down. It's a first down right now.
He had it twice.
He had it twice, and then he gave it up.
So now you saw the offense run out of the field. You could, two schools of thought. You go out there and try to draw them on a hard count here with a fourth down that's very short walk. Yeah. Or you just try to pin them deep and say our defense will get one more stop going into the break here and go down by 3.
Well, and also keep this in mind. Last week in Indiana, they used a quick kick or a quick kick by the quarterback, Aiden Child. So they could come up, try to get the penalty with a hard count. If they don't get it, drop into that formation and kick the football.
Offense is out there.
And you take a risk if you don't get this here of giving Michigan the ball on your side of the 50-yard line with a timeout and a minute 11 left. Coyne is in the game again. They really got the push on this short yardage quarterback sneaker last night.
They got the big back Tullers in there as well. But it's going to be Child on the quarterback sneak. He's got it himself. He's going to need the push. So the 45 chain gang will do their job.
He's not running for a lot of yards, but he's running for important yards. Fourth down and 1. Gets a good jump and a good push on the left side. And here they go again. 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Quick throw, long for Marsh. Child 3 for 12.
Yeah, it just does not look like we've seen it look. I mean, even as short a time as last week on the road, I mean, he was in a much better rhythm against a very good defensive football team in Indiana. Just hasn't gotten that rhythm tonight. Part of that is part of it is the Michigan defense. Now, they're not blitzing a lot. They're playing a lot of zone defense, a lot of 4-man rush. And he just is not settled into a groove.
Second down and 10. Good blocking. Plenty of time. Drive downfield. 56. Dumps it down to his back Tullers. He gets out of bounds just across midfield.
He tried to change the launch point on this, which means you're going to design dash. He stops. They roll him out on purpose. Try to just move him in the pocket, but Michigan defended the deep receivers very well. There were 3 receivers on deep routes. All 3 covered well by Michigan, and he just had to take the dump off.
So another third down here. It's 3rd and 4. Sparks still with 2 timeouts if they convert. Giants. Pressure comes. He got rid of it, but they get close to the line of scrimmage. Derek Moore came in, and Childs never had a chance.
Yeah, Derek Moore's working on Rustin Young, who's now in there at left tackle. Remember, Stan Ramil had to leave the game. So here's Moore working on Rustin Young, and he's just going to overpower him and get to the quarterback. The best pass rusher on this Michigan defense just whipped the left tackle, Rustin Young. It's a redshirt freshman. We knew he was going to be in the tackle rotation. They were hoping to get 2/3 of the game out of Ramil.
Offense, number 2. Wants to down to spawn the foul. 4th down. Michigan has declined the option of a 10-second runoff. Start on the snap.
Almost irrelevant whether or not it was grounding because the sack was going to take them so far out of it anyway that they were going to have to punch it. But it does allow for the clock to stop more than anything without having to take it.
Come on, Michigan.
And declining a 10-second runoff here. So,
going halftime.
Got the football back, 47 seconds remaining.
Well, a defensive battle for sure here at the first 30 minutes of this one. Neither
Come on, Michigan. Come on, guys. Your defense. Come on, guys. State putting enough.
Fair catch. Samant Logan ran into my own teammate.
49 seconds.
With the focus does bring in the high plus. Friendly fire coming up on the Xfinity halftime report. I'm Ed Reed. Joshua Perry, Chris Sims, and Cole Auerbach. Goes for everything we've seen in this week of college football, including Texas A&M facing LSU at Death Valley. Big Ten teams with a chance at the college football playoff, and of course, Fans at 60. John Fanta will recap today's best action back in studio. 39 seconds, one timeout for the Wolverines. Let's see how adventurous they decide to get.
Come on, Wolverines, come on.
To do anything in this second quarter.
Go, 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 go. Oh, almost a first down, almost.
Let's see, will they use their final timeout here? We're going to go quick. Over the throw. Second one. Dump it. Haynes.
Go, 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 go.
And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. 30. 17 seconds left.
Michigan one timeout. And if you get a play that gets you out near the 50, then you can take a shot to try to get yourself into field goal range. 17 seconds. Time for 2 plays at least.
Makes a lot, but they have a big leg. Hit for 56 yards.
Come on, guys. Go, go, go.
Rips to the upside for Klein and does dive out of bounds. Minimal gain on second down. 12 seconds.
Michigan State will give you those. They don't want to get beat over their head. They don't want to give up a big chunk play here. Try to keep everything in front of them, keep them on their side of the 50-yard line. And then try to get into the locker room down 10-7.
Second and 6 from the 34. Over the middle.
Oh, catch wasn't good. Damn it.
8 seconds to play.
A lot of traffic in there. The ball was pretty well thrown. And Morgan, this team has had trouble with drop passes, and nobody more than Samaj Morgan. That ball hit him in the face.
That'll be the 7th drop of the season that will last week. 3rd and 6. Run here. And timeout called by the Spartans.
Georgetown now Michigan State, their second, a 30-second timeout.
So with 8 seconds left, MSU didn't love what they saw. The one thing Jerome Moore did tell us about Bryce Underwood, outside of him keeping the football out of harm's way and how much he's enjoyed that, is felt like this was the first time they were really going to put more on his plate in a Rogan part. And first quarter, honestly, handled it great. The second quarter, they just haven't had the same level of opportunity that they did in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I think Michigan State, because they have defended the run so well, it's put more pressure on him than they hoped it would be on him in this game. He played pretty well on the road against Nebraska, but they ran the ball for almost 300 yards in that game to seal the win. Struggled on the road against Oklahoma.
Come on, Michigan. Come on, guys. Playing one game on my phone.
3 seconds remaining. Let's see if Jerome Moore will utilize his timeout. Will they clock it? No, it looks like Jerome is content with his 3-point lead. They've spotted the football. Clock will roll. That'll be halftime. So Michigan goes up 10-0. Michigan State gets down the field in the second quarter.
At halftime, Michigan still leading against Michigan State.
1 yard out. And it is 10-7. 118 beating between these two teams. Joe Rossi's defense heavily scrutinized over the last month. Put together quite the performance in that first half. Captain's downstairs with Coach Moore.
Coach, you wanted your team to control their emotions in this game. How do you maintain that discipline in such a closely contested rivalry game?
Yeah, got to, again, play emotion,
out of motion homes. Continue to do a little things. Offensively, we got to get a rhythm going. I thought defensively, they had the one drive, but they're doing a really good job on defense. Offensively, we got to get going, especially we've got to be so much better.
Yeah, you get the ball to start the second half. That would certainly help. But what adjustments specifically do you have to make to get that rhythm on offense?
No, I think running the ball. We got to change what we're doing a little bit. Running the football, we got some things I think we can adjust to and get Bryson rhythm and moving in good shape.
Oh, thanks so much.
I appreciate it.
Games always get Bryce in rhythm. He had that early and has fallen off just a tad. 10-7 in a defensive battle. Big Ten battle here at Spartan Stadium on Big Ten Saturday night.
Peacock brings the thrills of Jurassic World Rebirth home. You don't see that every day. However, let's go. Jurassic World.
It was live again on TikTok.
Only on Peacock October 30th.
I'm starting to maintain. I'm in Daddy school with an unpronounceable name. Yeah, how?
Eggleston.
Wow. I'm looking for tumblers and stumblers.
I have narcolepsy.
Are you dead or speak?
Stumble, November 7th on NBC and Peacock.
It's Watson's new Fall Arrival Sale. Regulation slate pool tables from $19.99. 5-piece game and poker table and chairs now only $15.99. Save 25% on all front and back bars. Plus 24 months interest-free financing. Only at Watson's.
The next chapter of Audi performance is here. With Quattro all-wheel drive, you can feel it. And interiors refined to elevate every mile. One thing's clear, performance never goes out of style. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $549 a month.
LMCU's max checking account is now 4%, earning you nearly $600.
It's a date night.
Hello, Cameron. How you doing? Good evening.
So you paid for it.
I moved my money to LMCU because I was able to earn.
Watch my dad's TikTok. He's live.
Especially the max checking. It was kind of different. Start earning more today with LMCU's 4.00% APY max checking account.
We're the Garcias. We're the Vandermollens.
I'm Sharita, and I love banking here.
It's Watson's new Fall Arrival Sale. Reclining sofas from $649.
Hey, that's good.
Only $16.99. And theater seats from $649. Save up to 70% on all remaining 2025 outlet furniture. Plus 24 months interest-free financing.
First touchdown of the game from the freshman phenom Bryce Underwood, Michigan, currently with the
ID.
Yeah, I tell you, Underwood electric, but he knows what to do in this situation. True freshman, it's one of the best rookies for a reason.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's live on his sports channel, and he's also live on TikTok.
Will start in the SEC game going on right now. Number 3 Texas A&M taking on number 20 LSU. Marcel Reed having some issues. Yeah, interception in the end zone. He's thrown 2 interceptions, but we know Marcel Reed is the good and the bad. He's also made incredible plays with his arm and his legs. But right now, right as I call it, Texas A&M is a little glitter, a little bit there. And that's a good news. 5-4. There, that's right. Right inside. I can't believe you went there. Number 9 Alabama taking on South Carolina. This is some huge moment. The game tied up less than 2 minutes to go. We got a fumble. Sellers did just about everything we could to try to keep South Carolina in this game. But this mistake at this point, very costly for the game. Yes, Alabama capitalized as former Michigan State Spartan Germany for non-breaking free. He's the ultimate weapon for this team. He catches the football, he runs the football, and he ultimately gets out of that. Alabama scored 15 points in the final 10.5 minutes. All you got to say to the next is Mississippi State. This is upset alert.
Yeah, I'm watching this live on TikTok.
So I was like, wow, we're going to go back in the 2-minute drill. But my man Ryan Niblett scores the touchdown. And then, as you know, this is an overtime team here. They beat Texas Longhorns. Yeah, Arch Manning had to leave with an injury, so the backup comes in. That's Matthew Caldwell. What a throw to Emmett Rose. Beautiful throw.
Yeah.
He hit his head hard on the ground. This was incredible. An incredible job.
Yeah, some trolls on TikTok.
Texas with 24 straight wins. Yeah, they OT wins in back-to-back
Diego Pavia doing Diego Pavia things. This is a massive one. Look at that. He's playing for the Eisenhower right now. By the way, Maximum is over Vanderbilt. And both of you was out with this game, and we saw him go off on the card. They were talking.
But Haley Murray almost worked. He's down at the 1 foot line. So some other notable games of the note here. Nicole Ole Miss's first road win over a late SEC team in the Lane Kiffin era.
Yeah. I mean, look at that result. The rest of the schedule, I think, they're going to go off to the playoff as well. They need to talk about everything.
Right. I mean, that's how important is Indiana right now. I mean, we're not even talking about how they just almost know. Yeah. They're a hot team. All right, so speaking of the playoff teams, Big Ten, as we sit here right now, how many teams realistically still have a chance to make the college football playoff?
Okay, before you guys get with me, I'm going to tell you there's 8 teams. Because you're looking at teams that have no big losses, 1 or 2. Because this is we're going to have a bubble that's going to have a lot of 10 and 2 teams. Maybe even a 9 and 3 team that gets into the field doesn't have large this year. So all of these teams are technically still alive. And yes, that doesn't include Iowa and Nebraska and Washington in there.
It's actually fascinating. I mean, you look at Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, have to be in it. I do a season block. But after that, you get to USC, right? You look at that. Their losses aren't that bad. Notre Dame, okay, close game. They lost a hard one on the road to Illinois. And then the other one I'll say, Iowa has control of their own destiny here down the stretch. Top 4 games left. But if they win it, they're going to have something to say about getting in here. I just feel like I'm going to be a big hater right now. Like, this whole thing to me is just great, right? You were talking about these teams that we think can get in and like who has a path to the playoff. But you guys said it, there are only like 3 teams here that really are contenders. And to me, it feels like we're trying to manufacture all this excitement around matchups. And I don't need manufacturing excitement. We should just like
no, but this is the benefit. This is why you go to a 12-team playoff, because you can start November and say there's like 40 teams.
But why do you have to say that? Like, why can't we just watch the games in the
because it's exciting.
We are. It's exciting though.
It's more
what we're trying to figure out what we think might be this conversation a few weeks from now.
It's okay if you don't win it all. And then you
win the season is to play it out, and then we're going to add teams into the mix that we know that's part of my game. That is true. We will find out. But we had a halftime show to do, Joshua, and we had time to talk about some of these. Well, sometimes you got to talk about teams like this. Maybe not the Ohio State last year not looking too good, and then turning around. And there's some opportunities. They were the best roster all year long. They were not the best team all year long. We missed our opportunities in the regular season. Nobody could get mad if they didn't have a chance to win.
But you play your way through, and the best teams get to the end. So even if teams aren't going to win at all, at least you have the teams that are good enough to get their way.
I'm curious though, of the teams on the bubble here, who do you think still does have a chance? Quality of play. Like the team is good enough to make some noise in the playoff. I think USC has a good enough offense to make noise, right? Like the Iowa thing is interesting because of how they played Indiana. Exactly right. I still don't think they're national championship contenders.
What about-
I hear you that, but
what about
playoff
Wolverines?
contenders are different
Your
conversation.
Wolverines, could they make the playoff?
They certainly can. They have a formula. I've done it before.
Or Wolverines.
They're not mine, but they're yours. The guy doesn't like to talk playoffs in October. He doesn't like trophies. I know. I'm just an old man. You are literally the youngest person on this deck.
This is how you make crispy Korean fried chicken.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
How do I go that big without spending that much?
Head to Lowe's. They have cool decorations like Bumble and the Grinch.
Lowe's helps you get more holiday for less.
Cute. But can my teeth be whiter?
It's not your fault. Teeth yellow at time. Just one kit of Crest 3D White Strips reveals your widest smile for 12 months. Whoa!
I know.
Crest.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from a child. Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking the Jumbotron, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Every Monday and Tuesday, the NBA is on NBC and Peacock. It's Peacock NBA Monday. Cavs versus Pistons. Nuggets versus Wolves. Tuesday, it's NBA Coast to Coast. Knicks versus Bucks. Clippers versus Warriors. Every Monday and Tuesday, 2 nights of NBA action. And it's all streaming on Peacock.
8 penalties for Michigan State in the first half. Just 26 yards passing for Aiden Childs. Does have the rushing touchdown, and it is just a 3-point game at the break. But other things are happening at this moment. John Fanta, help us out.
I'm at Farina. I'm feeling the heat from the desk after that rich debate to start the Xfinity halftime report. But you're right, there's so much happening around the country. You know who else is on the break to talk? Lane Kiffin. It's where we begin. Fanta in 60 in Norman. Trinidad Chambliss finding trains.
Been a good game so far. Yep. Now it's halftime.
Ooh, Lane bringing the heat. The Rebels, they got that.
Switch game on my phone real quick.
To West Lafayette. Rutgers. Jay Patel for the win. He's got it. Greg Schiano's fired up for a Sunday morning Taylor Ham. Rutgers wins. To the ACC, SMU entered today unbeaten in conference play. Wakey. Connor Calvert sends Ryan Burke into a frenzy. And all the four Stephen Deacon fans. What a win for Wake. Bill Belichick in North Carolina trying to catch Virginia off guard. They would score in overtime and they go for 2 for the win. Benjamin Hall is short. Oh, heartbreak for UNC. Virginia goes to 7-1, first time since 07, to Division II. Ferris State, Grand Valley State. This is a Michigan rivalry, bone anchor battle. This is Terry Brett running away from the defense. Ferris has won 22 consecutive games, and we've got a game alert. North Dakota State, South Dakota State, 1 versus 2 in FCS. This is Cole Payton, or as Chris Sims calls him, White Lightning. White Lightning to the
White
end
Lightning.
zone. North Dakota State up 28-7.
North Dakota State and South Dakota State.
Plus 10 on that free.
There is no game too big or too small for John Fanta. He's amazing. John, well done. We got the guys on the field with their first half recap next.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration.
Score.
The more you fuel up, the more you score with Marathon Rewards. Marathon, the official.
Oh, not sure.
Wayday's coming. Wayfair's Big Sale is back. For 4 days only, October 26th to 29th, get up to 80% off all things home. Yes. Plus, we're free shipping on everything. Yes, everything.
All Wake in love.
Get ready. Wayday starts October 26th. So mark your calendar and start filling your card. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hands-free highway driving for hands-on life. Ford Blue Cruise.
Hey, not much, Jay. What up? How you doing? playing the game on my phone while halftime's Aaron's. It was a pretty good game. Michigan leading over Michigan State. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Oh, watching the Dodgers. Hell yeah.
Missed catch by Nick Marsh. You got the guys around A. Childs have to help him out. They got to make plays.
Go ahead, man. I'll say it. They got to make plays. But what's amazing about this game, it's a 3-point ball game. With all the bad stuff that happened for Michigan State, there's some right here in this ball game.
And that's what I want to talk about. This is supposed to be a blowout going Michigan's way. Here we are in a tight contest. What's going on, Mike Brown?
Yeah, first of all, Michigan State, they're bringing the fight to this Michigan team. This is an old school Big Ten football game, one of my old school games. Gotta love it. But Michigan State, if they can continue to run the football, particularly from under center, they can get some play action passes down the football.
And for me, Michigan's got to create something explosive in the pass game. Because right now, Michigan State is loading the box. You're putting an extra defender in there to defend against the run. But what will loosen that up? If they take some more shots out in the field, they're able to complete it.
Really fascinating stuff. I mean, we are 30 minutes away. It's almost like Michigan State Coach Jonathan Smith can smell what could be a statement thing for his group. It's a long way to go. It's a very good Michigan football team. But this is exactly where we wanted to be. A lot on the line.
Yeah, I remember that, Cameron.
The second half from Spartan Stadium. Next.
This has been the Xfinity Halftime Report.
Yeah, true.
There's really four Gacy's. Jen the contractor, Jen the politician, Jen the clown, and then there's the other guy.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon at DeVos Performance Hall. Tickets at BroadwayGrandRapids.com.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We fall hard. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But together, we are also strong. We come back. We push forward. We break through. We fight. We rise. We can. Corwell Health.
We're challenging the standard of what comes standard. With the next generation GMC Terrain Elevation. When we choose to challenge, we challenge completely. GM employees with the current article lease get this low mileage lease on this Terrain Elevation for $2.99 per month. We are professional living.
At Bell Tire, we're giving free lifetime maintenance with every tire we sell. And beating anyone's price.
And we fix flats for free. It's just what we do for our customers.
Another day getting people back on the road. Bell Tire. That's how we are changing tires.
You're watching Wood TV8.
This first half recap is brought to you by Geico. Get more with Geico. Time now for the big bulletin brought to you by Genesis Motor America. 10-7 after 2 in this 118th meeting between Michigan and Michigan State.
Oh, Michigan.
Quarter by quarter, a little flip-flop. 108 for Michigan in the first, 33 in the second, 7 in the first for Sparty, 102 in quarter number 2. The back ranger, a big reason why. Both Sharks in the first half versus Michigan since their last win versus Michigan back in 2021 when Kenneth Walker ran for 87 in the first half. The QB comparison, numbers are not necessarily pretty through the air. 7 of 15, 59 yards, a rushing touchdown for Underwood. 4 of 13, 26 yards, a rushing touchdown, and a fumble on the third play of the game for Aiden Childs.
Jerome Moore told KT at halftime, we've got to make some adjustments, change some things up in our running game. It'll be interesting to see what they come out with here. We're trying to get this run game going. 87 yards rushing to the
Yep. I remember.
Kick and goals that will be taken. It is Marsh with a block to the outside and down at the 29-yard line where this.
Come on, Michigan.
It looked like he was well down. Michigan out there come out from the 29. We check on KT.
Well, guys, Jonathan Smith overall pleased with his team's performance in the first half, but he is concerned about Aiden Child and the passing game. He said basically the catches have to be more accurate. And then he told his team, just fast forward, it's go time. They are very good on defense, but we're also helping them. As for those 8 penalties for 88 yards for the Spartans in the first half, Smith said he told his team, play smart, especially on the extra stuff, which of course is something Todd's been talking about the entire game, guys.
Yeah, those 8 penalties are season high for Michigan State. We'll look at the first down line brought to you by T-Mobile. Justice Haynes in the ballgame. It's on this third quarter.
Go, Michigan, go.
He just shoves Samaj Morgan out of his way, picks up 20.
Shoved his one teammate out of the way. That was funny. I want to see that again. He shoved his teammate out of the way. He shoved his teammate out of the way. That's funny. I don't think he meant to do that on purpose, but he shoved his teammate out of the way. That's hilarious. Oh, yep. Yeah, you sure did. Go. Come on.
Two different runs. This is counter for the backside guard and tackle. 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 back, 3 wide receivers. Spread that Michigan State defense out a little bit. And on back-to-back running plays, different run schemes, both of them successful to start the third quarter.
2 carries go for 48. Usually he's averaging 6-7 yards per carry. Here, the catchers that set up this Michigan offense now with George Marshall. He gets tracked down quickly by Jalen Thompson, just 2 yards.
So again, the most obvious change here to start the third quarter for Michigan, mostly 12 or 13 personnel, 2 or 3 tight ends.
Hey, go Michigan.
To start this quarter, 1 tight end, 1 running back primarily. Now this time, on second down, they've got 3 big guys in again. Larson in the game as well.
On second down and 8, play action. Underwood, good protection. Fade away.
Oh, that throw wasn't good.
Trying to get it to Barlow Klein. It was well defended. Basically had to throw that one away. Brings up third down. Michigan State was very good on third down defense in the first half. Michigan only 3 of 9 converting.
Joe Rossi down on the field has fed energy to his players. Can they come up with another stop to start the second half?
Conley very quiet in the first half, only 1 catch. The big receiver at the bottom of the screen.
Bell got a step. Bell to the quarterback, he loves it. Scooped up. Jordan Hall picks up the
Michigan State got the ball now.
and the Spartans force a turnover on the first drive of the second half.
Ugh.
Bill is very close to being offside. He timed the blitz. It looked like he was close to being offside. He gets to the quarterback in a hurry. Watch Bell right here. I mean, he times this, and right at the snap, off the ball, knocks it away from Bryce Underwood.
Damn, Michigan State got the ball back now.
Getting a piece of the tackle, or else this is probably going the other way for a touchdown.
Well, up to a few people on Rumble as well. How y'all doing?
Terry McCauley, what do you see?
I thought he timed it perfectly, just like Todd did. If you look down the line, he does jump early, but he's a little bit off the line, and the ball moves right when he gets to the neutral zone. I don't think he was offside.
Wow. What a costly penalty. A massive call. Completely changes all of it. Not just the fact that Michigan State is going to have the football, but now you've got a 3rd down and 3 as opposed to the 3rd down and 8. That was a more obvious passing situation for Michigan.
What a huge call.
So can the Spartans make up?
Well, Michigan did have it back because that was a fumble, but I guess not.
Taking off the board. It's Hayes to the outside. And a first down.
Oh, first down for Michigan.
Yeah, bad job that time by David Santiago, number 41. He's the edge defender. This is Jordan Hall down, their leading tackler. Not a good sign for Michigan State.
Leading tackler, leading voice, and the captain and linebacker. We'll check on it next.
Every morning we wake up, happy thoughts in our heads. Only good vibes since the moment that we first met. We are young, we are fun, lost in the moment.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
No, like this. Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Okay.
Where's the beer guy? Bud Light here! Bud Light here! Bud Light here! Bud Light where? Bud Light here! What is that going to use?
That's your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Number 1! Anything for the clean, really taste of Bud Light.
This is Jess. Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses US Bank Bank Smartly checking and savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Cause I'm your shoo shoo shoo, shoo shoo shoo, shoo 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 down.
Gemini, which of these would be a little less expected?
Check out the albums. They go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday before you get water.
Every Monday and Tuesday, the NBA is on NBC and Peacock. Peacock NBA Monday, NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday. Every week, all season long.
Well, moments ago, Jordan Hall walked off the field on his own power, helped off and right to the 10. 60 tackles this year.
Rumble,
The team
real quick.
also beat Isaiah Boa.
What up, guys? I'm watching the Michigan Wolverine game.
Matthews III. Darius Snow, a little bit more of a vet guy.
Not for Rumble, but
Be
Scoops.
the next man up.
13 personnel again for Michigan now. 3 tight ends again. Box press, and he'll show you where the ball's going.
Hayes, hesitation, gain 4. Another 100-yard game for Justice Hayes. Every game that he's finished this year, he has run for 100 and a touchdown, so he just missing the score.
And every game he's had at least one run where he has a breakaway run. Maybe he's had that kind of impact on this Michigan offense every game he's played.
Before the injury, Sherrod Moore was saying that he was a Heisman candidate for the numbers that he was putting up with his offense. 2nd and goal. Give it to 22 and let it go. Rest. Touchdown, Justice Hayes.
Oh, come on, man.
Ideal start for the Wolverines in this second half. Down the field for the score.
Well, this is 2 plays in a row where Michigan State has given up the edge. This time, this is the edge player, but watch the block by the new starting left tackle, Blake Frazier. He gets this guy long to the inside. But Malcolm Bell, number 14, he's responsible for the edge of the defense, gets too far inside. And Justice Hayes is able to pop it out for the touchdown.
Extra point makes it 17-7. 7 plays, 71 yards, but this was the biggest swing. It looked like it was onside. They call it off. It would have been a fumble recovery. Instead, it's a Hayes touchdown to extend the lead.
In their love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah, we just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell. A brand new classic. You're welcome.
I'm being told this is legal unit from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
And his point of look is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only paying for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, my treat today. I don't think they'll take that here. Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past. Unlike me. You will grab.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Totally. Every idea you love began as nothing. Just a flicker on a screen, asking a simple question. What do you see?
Never quite waiting for the 10th, huh?
Always get you. The 285 horsepower Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit. Be superstitious. His game day rituals could change the whole game. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo. Arsenal, come with your reckless power. Crystal Palace, house of opportunity. This is the Premier League, live exclusively on Peacock.
Big Ten Saturday Night is brought to you by Liberty Mutual.
Big Ten Saturday Night.
For what you need. And by Taco Bell. This rivalry, so much animosity on the field, but some love in the stands. And you'll also hear about the inner workings of the fandom, and there are some spots.
17-7 now.
JoJo tailgate in Ann Arbor.
After like a touchdown that they made and stuff.
Director Mark Hollis have gotten both Spartans and Wolverines together to live in unison and watch this game as one happy family, or at least one content family. Still waiting on that to be confirmed. Another touchback on the kickoff. Time now for a Modelo game break. Here's John Phantom.
We'll go inside. You remember having Texas A&M winning in South Bend. Now the Aggies trying to stay unbeaten. They're in Death Valley. Marcel Reed, his second rushing touchdown of the night. A&M up 21-18 on LSU early third.
Marcel Reed continues to make things happen. Now Aiden Childs is going to have to do the same thing for Michigan State.
Well, in that first half, 4 of 13, he was 3 of 4 on passes thrown at or behind the line of scrimmage. Anything 5 yards or more down the field, he was 1 of 9. But he's got to find a rhythm in the passing game.
Frazier, stubborn step, 1 yard gain as he gets thrown down by Kayshawn Barham. This Michigan defense, outside of the 1 touchdown drive they allowed, has been incredibly stout.
Well, they were excellent a week ago against DeMont Williams, who is a very talented quarterback in Washington. It was a tight ball game, but they limited the big plays. They limited the running game. And then they picked off DeMont Williams 3 times in the second half, and the game turned on them.
Bryson Williams in the game at wide receiver. Instead, Childs is going to go to his tight end Belling, who gets thrusted forward by Mulder for first down.
Belling has had kind of a quiet season. That's only his 18th catch of the year. Very talented guy, transferred with Aiden Childs from Oregon State, along with Jonathan Smith, the head coach. Has battled some injuries, missed most of camp because of injuries, so he kind of got off to a slow start to this season, but that was a nice conversion there for a first down.
Feels like they could really use some legitimate contributions coming from the tight end spot.
Get him, guys, get him, get him.
And will be the pass rush, and then will just throw it away. Jimmy Roller got in there in a blink.
Well, we talked about Nick Marsh needing to really step up. We knew that Michigan was going to pay attention to him in coverage. That was a throw that wasn't really accurate, but in man coverage situations, Jair Hill in particular has done a really nice job on him. Again, I think Zeke Berry got away with a little early contact on that one, but so far, Nick Marsh, even when he's had single coverage, has not been able to make an impact. Only 2 catches for 27 yards. Or 1 catch for 8 yards, sorry.
There were 2 marks to get confused. And Childs this time will just pick up 2 yards. So now 3rd down and 8 once again, a 3rd and long that Childs in this offense is going to have to deal with deep in their own.
3rd and 8 for Michigan State.
And again, this was different last week with Washington as well. Prior to that game, Clint Martindale was a heavy blitz. Almost 50% of the time he was going to bring 5 rushers. Play a lot of zone coverage behind it. This game and last game, a lot more 4-man rush. He might show blitz, but only rush 4. Here it is again.
Childs. Looked like maybe a grab and a hole, but it doesn't matter.
That throw wasn't good. 4th and 8 for Michigan State.
You've got Barham here. You got Derek Moore here. Outside rush, inside rush, and they meet at the quarterback. And flush him out, and he just has to throw the football away. Definite passing situation. You don't have to blitz. You just turn your best 2 pass rushers loose, play zone coverage behind it, and you force a punt.
Punt number 6 for Ronnie Neckley. Have the 1 inside the 10, 2 inside the 20. This one going to be just in front of it. Fair catch from Samaj Morgan. We'll begin this drive at the 23-yard line. Sunday night, Aaron Rodgers faces Green Bay for the first time ever in his
Back
career.
here versus Steelers.
Steelers host Jordan Love of the Packers
Sunday, 7
on NBC and Peacock. And what Aaron Rodgers has already had an excellent season in Pittsburgh. That place is going to be off the charts on Sunday night. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, and the gang will have all the action there.
Pretty amazing. Guy will turn 42 in December and can still sling it as well as anybody in the league.
Justice Haynes stays in there after 64 rushing yards on the first drive in this second half. And now trying to really create some distance between these teams. Over go this time. Rough play. Let's go downstairs to KT.
Well, we don't see Michigan State linebacker and captain Jordan Hall out on the field. You did see him get hurt. He was holding on to his right hip when he came out of the medical tent after about 3.5 minutes. He came out on his own will. His helmet was on, and he went to the locker room for more treatment, guys. This would be a huge loss. He has 9 tackles in this game so far.
And now the linebacker confusion looks like it's apparent. Because Darius Snow was trying to run off the field, and he just ran back on the field. You've got Snow, Matthews, and Moa all out there. And this is a late substitution now. They do allow for the time. Haynes still in there, second down and 11. They hand off. Haynes runs into a wall. So 2 plays and no running room for the most dynamic backs in the Big Ten.
That was really well defended that time by Wayne Matthews, the lone starting linebacker who's still out there. Read it well, brings up third long. This is a huge opportunity for Joe Ross's defense to get off the field here and get his offense decent field position. Michigan 4 of 10 on third down.
Underwood 7 of 16 overall. This one 3rd and 10. Underwood, step up, Underwood, tuck, Underwood, cuts but not enough. Snow makes the tackle at the 30, and it's a 3 now for this Michigan offense.
Yeah, they showed pressure. They only rushed 3. See all these guys up here, they're going to drop out and rush 3 and play 8-man zone behind it and just trying to keep eyes on the quarterback. They do a nice job just kind of hemming him in, and Snow is able to make the tackle short of the first down.
You see he's got that snowflake helmet. It's inspired by Dion Dawkins' Snowmax. In the NFL, that is a beautiful punt. As they roll all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Hudson Hollenbeck. That's about as good as it gets. Igno Hollenbeck. 57-yard move.
Ain't no holler back. Ain't no holler back.
Old ideas are everywhere. Left over from legacy thinking. If you're not careful, they can sneak into everything. When you're not bound to the past, old ideas can't hold you back. Exquisite design with the soul of a sports car. The QE7. Welcome to Genesis.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic.
Cumin, coriander, and super tender.
Juicy. People love it, and it's so good with our new Gretchen Boucherie. You're gonna want to put it on every steak. 10 out of 10 flavor.
You're home for the holidays, back in your old room. Oh. At least you can get a deal on new shorts for Dad. Something with a little more coverage.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the
Never be
four
the
parks
same.
of Universal Orlando Resort.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card.
With no preset spending limit,
Our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Every single day, the usual stuff.
all right. So you're gonna tell me where we're going now?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I'll tell you to do.
This is Fresh Bet. Here, there are no fillers, no spray-on flavors, no compromises. Just vet-developed recipes packed with fresh meat and healthy veggies. Because real fresh food belongs in everybody's bowl.
Jump tape to Chicken Decker with a Modelo game break back to Death Valley. Casey Concepcion on the return for Texas A&M on a punt. How about breaking a couple tackles and running 79 yards to the house? Aggies up 10. Noah Todd, where's Mike Elko in National Coach of the Year race?
He's got to be toward the top of that list. Versus Eddie, Elko, and what Ryan Day back end of a national championship. Those three, the top three teams. What a transfer pickup, Concepcion for that team. A&M, another minimal gain as Edda got to Tullis on the first down carry.
And a lot of this lost yardage is just Omari Kelly, number one, misjudging the punt. He's got to catch this football. I mean, he gets away from it. He misjudges the distance. He lets it roll inside the 5. Your offense is struggling anyway in this ballgame. Your quarterback is struggling, and you just cost your offense about 20 yards in field position by misjudging the punt.
Jonathan Smith says he trusts Kelly back there fielding punts. That John's going to keep it for himself. Makes a man miss, but there's another one there right to Greeno. With a bear hug at the 5, it's T.J. Metcalf.
You can just kind of feel this Michigan defense, particularly in this part of the field, starting to squeeze this Michigan State offense. The quarterback is not in a rhythm throwing it. Wink Martindale is able to defend the run without having to commit safeties. They can play zone defense. They can rush the quarterback with 4. And again, with this kind of field position, they can really kind of tighten the screws down on Aiden Childs.
6 feet. 6 feet.
Michigan State 2 for 10 on third down tonight. Giles. Dump it. Short. Top. Nothing right now.
This is just a case where a quarterback is kind of feeling the rush. Watch, his feet got kind of antsy. He's got protection, but he's got bad footwork because he gets nervous and antsy in the pocket. He doesn't trust the protection. And then he short arms the dump off throw. And that's just a 4-man rush with zone defense. And this Michigan defense is kind of inside the head of Aiden Childs right now.
And now they're really going to have to rely on the 7th punt from Ryan Eckley from the back of his own end zone. Bob Morgan should have some room to work with here. Eckley can get it off. He does. It'll be Morgan for the 46. Morgan trying to split the double. He can't. He gets planted. The long snapper down the field is Jack Wills. 10-point game. The Michigan State defense make a play.
Ever changed your tire before? Don't panic. I'm going to walk you through it step by step. I just wanted to help people with everyday problems by sharing dad advice on TikTok. Start by making an X, throw the big fish over the rock, and then down. There are people out there that don't have a dad. I'd be so proud. I want them to be comfortable knowing there is somebody out there that cares. I'm not a dad to just my own kids, but to the millions of people out there that just need to hear, you've got this.
So this is my favorite roll, my chunky magic. Got my guy TV cooking some chili dog mac.
What did you do to my pantry?
It was him. Chunky, soup that eats like a noodle.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
Missed again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
AT&T's been carrying America's calls since 1876. When you've been around that long, you can spot a hustle coming from a mile away. T-Mobile is the master of breaking promises. While they stay caught up in untruths, AT&T keeps building what matters, America's most reliable network. Right, Graham? When you compare, there's no comparison. Plain talk, strong signal, nothing better.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
This is the video.
We are on our way to St. Dennis 2.0.
They say they see a twinkle in my eye. Do you see a twinkle?
The people here are complicated and I love them.
You're my captain. Guess I'll have to lick my way out.
Let's take a look at our Google search trends for tonight. 200 130% college football rivalry trophies. We got a good one here for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. And it felt like Michigan State might have had the momentum, especially early in this second half after a great second quarter. Forced a fumble on Bryce Underwood, scooped up by Jordan Hall near midfield, but the penalty marker on an offside that didn't look like it was potentially offside gave it right back to Michigan. That man scored the touchdown, Justice Haynes, and here we are, 17-7. And the energy in this building has been sucked out.
Yeah, I mean, it was close. I mean, he tried to time the snap. It looked like he was still on sides, hit it full speed. I mean, this was going to give Michigan State the football inside the 50-yard line. Here early in the third quarter, instead, Michigan converts the next third down play. They convert a couple more, find their way in the end zone. It's a 10-point ball game now.
And now they're chewing up yards on the ground. Haynes across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. And another third and manageable.
And again, Michigan with that punt that was not fielded, created bad field position for Michigan State. On the ensuing punt, that's the hidden yardage in a game, that change of yardage. Now here's Michigan again, third down and short, but they're on the Michigan State 45-yard line.
Up the middle, first down. Justice Haynes getting it the tough way with 3 carries.
Yeah, I mean, he has shown his physicality in this game, getting tough yardage inside. But then that speed, when he has bounced a couple plays to the outside, and Michigan State has lost their edge on the defense, he's been able to create big plays on the perimeter. Again, that 1-2 punch between he and Jordan Marshall, that is when Michigan is at their best, when they get their run game going.
Bredesen in motion on first down. Fake the Haynes. Over the middle. Caught. March. Away for the first. Inside the 15. Tracked down by Snow.
And the guy, Martinez, who's back, he's going to be in coverage on Marsh. And watch, he's just going to take a bad angle. And he hasn't played for several weeks. Takes a bad angle to the receiver, slips. Marsh cuts back inside and turns it into an explosive pass play.
Longest pass of the night by either team goes for 27 yards. March up to 54. Now inside the red zone, first down from the 14. Haynes counts again. Haynes got speed.
Go. Another touchdown for Michigan.
Justice Haynes. Multi-touchdown game of the career for Justice Haynes. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the night, and he is fully back with 139 in the 2 scores.
23-7, now 24-7. After the field goal, yep, 24-7 now.
It's the third time I've seen this now from the Michigan State defense. This defender right here, Nakai Martinez, he has got to be the edge of the defense. He cannot go inside, but watch him float to the inside initially, and then he's unable to get back outside because of the speed of Justice Haynes. That's the third time here in the third quarter that this has happened to the Michigan State defense. And that's just not good discipline on the edge of your defense. And Justice Haynes showing that ability to bounce outside and turn it into a big play.
139 yards for Haynes. 119 total yards of offense for Michigan State. He's a game changer. He's a team changer. And you want to go back to that USC game, there were so many conversations surrounding this Michigan football team about toughness and how they lost in the trenches. All true. At the same time, you lose this guy in the second quarter. And he didn't have a mighty first half here tonight, but eventually through these games we've seen he's going to break loose.
Well, I think he had
Kicks off to Michigan State now. And Michigan.
He was on his way to another typical Justice Haynes game.
With Discovery, back on their game day purchases. Friday Night Lights here in Michigan. Grand Ledge High School. We talk about a big win on senior night. 63-6 for the home team. Dominant effort. Congratulations to all those seniors. They got to experience it for one last time. Now it's up to some of the youngsters for this Michigan State team, namely Aiden Childs and Nick Marsh, to try to make something happen offensively. Frazier had a big run in the second quarter. He's had nothing else since. Troy Bowles, Curtis Hausman, a number of linebackers in the area to push him back.
You called it 119 yards of total offense for Michigan State. Wink Martindale just kind of putting the clamps down right now. Controlling the line of scrimmage. Ryan Lindgren's quarterback has had a rough day. I mean, that's a tough position as a play caller. You don't know how to get him on track. Your best receiver, Nick Marsh, has 1 catch for 8 yards.
Gunn will be pushed out of bounds by Bowles. 7 of 9 drives today for this offense have gone for less than 10 yards. 7 of 9.
And again, this is a week after they gained more yards on Indiana's defense than any team has this season. Mostly through the air, only 71 yards rushing. So it was predominantly the throwing of Aiden Childs. And tonight has been a completely different story against this Michigan defense.
2 for 11 on third down. This one a 3rd and 2. Looking for the running back, Tal Tolliver out of the slot, and he's got it. First down.
Didn't get it by much. Pretty well defended on the perimeter by Michigan. There's a nice block out there by Nick Marsh. He's had a quiet night catching the football, but I've seen this all year watching him on film. He's a good blocker on the perimeter, even when it's not going his way catching the ball. He does his part to help his team. That was a nice block on that 3rd and short.
When you think about how Michigan State moved the football down the field last week, a lot of misdirection, screen passes, quick throws, got the ball out of the hands of Childs. Let's see if they can dial some of that up here. Childs has to get way long. He never saw TJ Guy in pursuit, who developed the backfield for a major loss. 9 yards on the sack.
I mean, TJ Guy is here. He's going to be blocked, right? And as Childs rolls out, I mean, that clock in his head has to say,
That was good for Michigan.
I can't just pull up and hold it and think I'm going to have this much time. I got to get rid of it. If nobody's open, I got to throw
Michigan
it.
State in a what's what?
Instead, he gets his team behind the sticks again. And for Michigan, now their 2nd sack of the ball game. Miles was sacked 4 times last week by Indiana.
He gets the first down, now back to 2nd and 19. There's a strike, and there's his man. Nick Marsh makes it happen himself. First down for 20 yards.
It's probably the best throw that we've seen Aiden Childs make all night. It's quickly out of his hands. He's decisive. They're going no huddle, little tempo. They can snap it. They don't have to wait for Michigan. They don't substitute.
Now said this was the problem last year when they tried to go tempo. They actually let the defense get set. Did it again here. And still a completion to the outside. Marsh gets pushed back by Jair Hill. So that's how this 3rd quarter will come to an end. There was a jar back and forth after the fact. 15 minutes to play, 17-point game. Can Michigan State find a miracle at home?
To find your way, sometimes you have to pave it yourself. Forge your own path through grit and determination. Introducing the most capable CRV we've ever dreamed of. Now part of the Honda Trail Sport lineup.
Wherever we go, progress follows. From life-saving solutions to life-changing experiences. From envisioning the future to trust. From expert training to real world caring. For the public good, look to Michigan.
NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina Olympics is brought to you in part by Honda, proud partner of Team USA.
You've known us for a long time. Our name matters to us and to our clients. The firm behind our family is accomplished, respected, and trusted. We've won tens of thousands of cases, but the most important case is yours.
Pick the Bernstein advantage.
No better lawyers.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models. Or GM employees with a current eligible Chevy lease can get this Silverado for $189 a month.
A question for anyone on Medicare. What plan gives you $1,785 cash back per year? Trinity Health Plan of Michigan. The Medicare Advantage plan with a mission to make Medicare better. For a $0 monthly premium, you'll get $0 copays for primary care visits and prescription drugs.
My mission was to find a plan that cares about me.
Call 888-566-0334 to enroll.
This is Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell, and this is attorney Mark Bernstein. Both of these men are respected, but only one of them can get you money after an accident.
That's a Bernstein advantage.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
What the hell? The Lions coach in a commercial. What the fuck?
Aerial coverage is brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, go. And ready, set, go for this fourth quarter. That's how it's got to be for Michigan State. They've got to score. They've got to score quickly, have some urgency. We've seen it from them, though. In that second quarter, they played very good football. It's got to come quick, though.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's been a marvelous night by the Michigan defense. I mean, other than one drive, they have really shut down this offense. They've made Aiden Childs very comfortable. However, he is 4 for 4 on this drive. I would expect them to see to go with some up-tempo, some no-huddle, and try to push the envelope a little bit here on this drive.
It'll start with a 2nd down and 6. From the 49-yard line. Now, Oliver to the back. Quick throw, McCray, catch, stop, went the wrong way.
Good stop for Michigan. That was good. That was good.
It looks like you've got the edge. They ran this play early in the ballgame. Keep running to the sideline. You got a blocker out there. You have nothing back to the inside. And a very violent tackle by TJ.
That was good for Michigan. That was a good stop right there. Just get whooping that ass with Michigan Spartans.
Child now 10 for 22 to 73 yards. He'll step up, he'll run, and Child will get it.
First down for Michigan State.
Distracted his lower body. Hard guy to tackle. You can see he just kind of takes Brandon Hillman for a little bit of a ride.
There have been some wild moments in this rivalry history.
Good game going on right here with you.
South Colorado, a 17-point deficit for Michigan State. As we get this fourth quarter, their offense has been stuck in mud for most of this game after just one drive that led to the touchdown for Childs in the second quarter. Now what can he do down in the fourth quarter? He was dialed in on this drive. He completes this one to Warren Kelly for 10 yards.
He did a nice job of staying in the pocket. It didn't open up right away. Kelly was able to find a nice soft area in the zone, and Childs got him the football, playing with more confidence right now, throwing it, than he has all night.
And the tempo feels like he's actually done them some good.
Yeah.
But you've seen some heavy breathing on either side, especially the defensive side for Michigan. They finally get some substitutions in the game, especially up front. It's a big zero. Troy Williams, who's been healthy, is playing at his highest level of the season. First down to Childs. Look off. Fire. Marsh. Got it.
Oh, dude from Michigan State caught it. That was a good catch.
Childs on the money, and Marsh Madness makes a late appearance.
Wow.
For some reason, Jair Hill took a little move towards the line of scrimmage. Here's the catch, the foot down. Does he get the ball in the end zone, or does he step out first? Looks like the right leg on the field. It's a touchdown. The play's under further review. I think he's going to be stepped out on maybe the one right there.
At the half-yard line.
Yeah. But a beautiful throw and catch.
Oh, really? That was a touchdown for the Spurs.
Receiver Nick Marsh, but for some reason, Jair Hill kind of made a move to the line of scrimmage, and the safety didn't get over in time to help. It's cover 2 defense, so there's a hole right between the corner and the safety. That's exactly where the ball was thrown. Right between those 2 defenders, the ball thrown perfectly. And here at the end, you can see the right foot out of bounds. Ball has not crossed the plane yet. And it'll be a first and goal on the 1 foot line.
I do love hearing what the stadium operators.
First and goal for Michigan State.
They're going to let it be by the Beatles here. That's a good call. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't look like this is going to be let be. But the stranger makes it happen. Take another look though at the perfect placement.
Right there, in between the corner and the safety. He kind of gears down in that open area, and Childs hits him with the football. It's been a frustrating night for Nick Marsh for the most part.
Well, doesn't look like no touchdown for Michigan State. Where is it?
I think you go back to quarterback sneak on this play if they rule it down on the 1 foot line. That's how they scored a touchdown earlier.
Stepped out of bounds at the half-yard line. It's first and goal at the half-yard line.
The good news is still that happened very quickly. So 12:47 on the clock.
Yeah.
At the half-yard line, you've got a quarterback, to your point, at 6'3", 225 pounds, already has a touchdown on a sneak. Got to try to get it in quick here, but a lot of time left in this 4th quarter. Rivalry games always seem to have some crazy finishes. And you've got the home crowd that stayed for the most part here at Spartan Stadium. Wake Martindale's defense has been stingy. Maybe this is how you can open it up for the Spartans' offensive attack. On the center for Childs. Handed off instead. And Thomas is going to get in with leads. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Well, they changed it up a little bit. Nice little play. They take Caleb Carter, the right guard. They pull him out here, and then they follow. It's isolation play, following the fullback Coin. Give it to Tullis, the deep back. He fights through a tackle at the line of scrimmage. And Michigan State pays it off with a touchdown.
It's Trey Pierce, the injured man from Michigan. So he will make his way back to the Wolverine sideline. Extra point to make this a 10-point game for Michigan State. Actually, they're going to go for 2. Yep. They're 1 for 2, going for 2 this season. The idea here is you make it a 9-point game and could potentially win it with a field goal and a touchdown as opposed to tying it. And even if you don't get it, still got 11, 2-point conversion, and a field goal tie for the game. 2-point conversion over the middle, locked away. Looking for McCray, and Rolder got pulled out. Heck of a game for the linebacker, Jimmy Rolder, the senior from Orland Park, Illinois. But Childs 7 for 7 on the drive. Finds his number 1 target, March, and then it's Tullis to pay it off and bring them to a 2-score game.
You're so much more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a groundskeeper, a landscaper. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment.
more goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Good game.
You can be a legend.
Predator Badlands, we beat your team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go Herm, Cat. Ripped up, got the new iPhone 17 Pro and a lot of big games attack on the best 5G network. No way. Handsome and hilarious.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro, no trading needed, and iPad and Apple One, all for $0 and soon.
That's real nice.
Got the early flight. See you there.
Finally beating your siblings to the good room on family vacation. That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you, baby bro.
I'm 26. Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon, all by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items, making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
Do you enjoy women's and Olympic sports? The SCORE Act will support them. Here are the facts. The 4 major conferences spent more than $2.3 billion on sports other than football and basketball in 2024 and produced 381 U.S. Olympians who won 219 medals for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. The 4 conferences have also added more than 1,700 new scholarships for women since July 1st of this year. Ensure the continued support of women's and Olympic sports. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at PassTheSCOREAct.com.
John Davis checking back in with the Modelo game right back in the valley. It has been all Texas A&M. Marcel Reed finds Jamari Amaro. He does the rest. Aggies are now up 42-18. They're on their way to 8-0 for the first time since 1992. Listen to the days of R.C. Slocum, no one's on.
Oh, we're going full throwback.
Wow, that is an impressive win to go into that place and just beat them at the whole team.
Okay. Mark Elko put on the V-neck type of sweatshirt. That would be the full completion, full circle moment. Interesting decision, though, for Jonathan Smith before the break, as he decided to go for 2 after the touchdown, as opposed to kicking the extra point and making it a 10-point game. It allows this to be an 11-point game, still 2 possessions. It just changes your mentality coming forward, and a little bit of a squib kick. So he bounced up and taken just in front of the 20 and deep down there. So here's where he played the 2-point conversion. Just an interesting decision that we've seen more and more commonplace in college football.
Well, this is Jimmy Roller who makes the play. And you know, look, I know we're in the age of analytics. I think that's a little bit more your generation, my man. I mean, I'm old school.
Don't put that in on me.
I'm a little more old school. I think you kick the extra point there because here's the other thing. You have now shown your 2-point level. If there comes a point in the game when you really need it, in overtime, or when you need a 2-point conversion to stay in the game,
points though, 24-13 though.
2-point level.
So the win it on a 2-point conversion in double overtime week 2 against Boston College as Marshall runs into a pile after a gain of 2. That was a misdirection play going to an Aubrey Kelly in the back of the end zone to defeat the Golden Eagles 42-40. Still looking for their first win since week 3 against Youngstown State. It's going to have to start defensively. The defense has played just far better than what we've seen out of the last 4. So you have a 45, 38, 38, 38.
That's 6 so far.
Give up some chunks of yardage in the run game, but they still have really kept Bryce Underwood quiet throwing the football.
And a flag.
Should have wrapped him up another 5 yards.
And let the beer drinking man. I know you're snooping out there, buddy.
Encroachment. Offense number 17 lined up in the neutral zone.
Beer drinking, Stone Cold Inlet.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, Marlon Klein just making his return after the.
Maybe in Germany they
You should have a drink a beer contest, brother.
He uses the metric system. Second and 13. Underwood kept it. Got away from the first. And somehow turns it into a 1-yard gain.
And he was under hot pursuit. It's amazing. He was able to do that. Good immediate pressure that Michigan State was able to generate. On the play action was Dunnigan first. And third and long here for Michigan State. A chance to get this crowd and the momentum right back in the building.
Not converted one from 7+ yards here tonight. Marshall stays in there. Throws third down to 12.
Showing pressure, probably drop out here.
It's Marshall up the middle. Stuck that boy, runs in the snow. And it's a stop for this Michigan State defense.
They were actually coming with pressure that time. Michigan goes with the run, thinking to make pop one to the second level. Another good tackle by Snow on a critical play.
So they get the quick score offensively to start the fourth quarter. Now they get the quick stop. Michigan will pump it back.
Martin Kelly has to field this punt. I mean, unless he just bombs one over his head, he's got to field the punt.
Good one. He will not field it. That's yet not as good as it looked initially. Cuts backward, and it will be in front of the 40. So great field position for this Michigan State offense after Hayden Childs found a rhythm in the last drive.
Can the V6-powered Nissan Frontier catch 600 pounds of cargo on the fly? Not that you would, but you could. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's, keeps getting even better with the all-new Big QP and all this for just $10.99.
Come on.
With 85% more
These
beef
other
and
ads
a quarter
pop
pound
up
less
for.
of the tiny and
It's one thing I'm watching. Or not watching, but trying to play.
just $10.99 you can eat.
This is how you make Krispy Kreme taco chicken.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
Here, first one like here, first one like there.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance.
Just like my
Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing George Barker, my boss, would be appropriate. Go Dogs!
So we need
One right here.
That's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
Bark Boy.
Next Saturday, live on NBC and Peacock, Rutgers takes on Illinois. Then, under the lights, USC. This is Nebraska on NBC and Peacock. Coverage at United here at Spartan Stadium. 24-13, Michigan State gets the football back with great field position for each child.
First 9 drives of the game, Child was 5 for 17 for 36 yards. But the young man woke up on his last drive. 7 for 7, getting the ball to his favorite target, Nick Marsh, hanging in the pocket. 7 for 7, 71 yards. This beauty to Marsh that put him on the 1-yard line and set up the touchdown. Michigan State with good field position and hopefully a hot quarterback.
Trying to capitalize, going to be Frazier. Around the edge.
Get it, Michigan, get it.
Down the sideline, dragging Wolverines with him.
Come on, Wolverines. Come on, guys.
Former Connor Frazier
Nice job by Omari Kelly. Watch him just kind of touch this guy enough to get the tackle out there on the block. He helps the tackle, then the tackle's able to kind of lock that block, get the corner, and a nice run for Frazier.
112 yards on the day. This time he's going to be driven backward by Rolder. So you need 2 scores, field goal and an 8-point touchdown with a 2-point conversion. 9:35 and ticking. Still so much time left in this fourth quarter. They trail by 17 entering the fourth.
Nick Marsh has 4 catches for 55 yards. He's been targeted 12 times. So Michigan is really doing a good job of making it tough to get him the football, but he still is your go-to guy, especially if he gets single coverage.
Career high 110 yards on the ground for Frazier. They will over the
What's up, Bigfoot? How you doing, buddy?
And Rolder trips him up at the 30.
That's a nice tackle by Rolder. That's kind of a little tight end delay.
Yeah, true.
Michigan was hurt really bad by screen passes and plays like that in their loss at USC. It was well played by Rolder.
Yeah, Michigan whooping ass tonight.
Gets away. Giants makes a juke. Oh, he stopped. And it's going to be well short of the first down. Looked like Payton. He kept going to the outside. He could have at least made it close. But Mason Curtis with a nice job of staying in front.
Mason Curtis is in there at safety. Watch it.
Oh, all right.
Over the legs. Again, we talk about how difficult this guy is to tackle, but he gets a hold of it, won't let go until the rest of the help comes. They hold him up short and bring up 4th down.
So instead of trying a long field goal to lead the offense up.
Probably at the game, probably go down there and grab it. Let my stomach rest. Had the fiery pizza and the fiery breadsticks from Marco's Pizza. Boy, were they kind of like a little spicy. Yeah, I saw that. I was in a stream on TikTok and seen that.
Michigan State denied on 4th down by the Wolverine defense.
Morning, guys.
Why is Jeff Bridges here?
I'm studying to be in the T-Mobile commercial. Teach me some, Dana.
Oh, I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's the most pro iPhone yet.
So you can't teach that.
Yeah.
Or can you? You can save up to
That's crazy.
versus the other big guys. And sing.
At T-Mobile, get iPhone 17 Pro on us. Plus, save up to 20% when you check them out.
I remember when Emily took screenshots and everything, and I sent screenshots to TikTok and everything, and they said, "Oh no, we're not doing nothing about it."
Cashback on my favorite glove.
So that my dad was getting harassed and everything, and nope, they weren't doing nothing.
Even earn cashback on my lucky. Oh.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cashback on every purchase with Discover, the official card of the Big Ten.
Oh, okay. Maybe that'll help out this time again. Yeah.
My head in the clouds, so I'm all find that place within, on in my mind. The road that take is winding.
There's more room for imagination in the 3-row GP80. Welcome to Genesis.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling. If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling? Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. And take back what's yours. AbbVie can help you save.
stop by Michigan on fourth down. Michigan State's going to try to go action this way and then bring the tight end Belling out the backside. But Jimmy Roller stays right at home. He picks up the tight end coming out, accelerates to the play, and knocks the ball away. And Wake Martindale and Sharon Moore extremely happy with the result of that play.
That's an interesting decision again.
Come on, Michigan.
For Jonathan Smith and this coaching staff.
Let's go, guys.
In particular, that's proven in Compton that he can make from 50 yards. Would have been about a 45-yarder. As that one goes for 3 yards on first down for Haynes. It just, again, you know you're going to need 2 scores. You're within the range. It's not a gimme, certainly. But on a 4th and 3, they decide to go for it offensively as opposed to throwing their kicker out there.
Yeah, I mean, it is a questionable decision on his part. They thought that
guys.
would take advantage of the aggressiveness of the Michigan defense, but very well played and disciplined play by Jimmy Roller. Now you still have 2 scores.
Got enough time to get a quick stop again. They've proven they can for most of this game. 2 drives in the third quarter that resulted in Haynes touchdowns. The early touchdown as well for Underwood. Haynes is so patient, so smart about utilizing his blocking, and that we've got so action after the play. And it is
standing over the player, just another dumb penalty on the part of Michigan State.
Andrew Marsh and Joshua Eaton getting into it afterward, and then you see Channing Goodwin go down the field, and a nice job by Jake Cornero to make sure that he stays out of it. Goes back to playing with emotion, not emotional, for both these sides.
I mean, look, there's 2 guys involved in it. It's always the second guy that gets caught, but I mean, this at the end, you just cannot do. All right? I mean, there's 2 guys wrestling. Could have called on sportsmanlike ball, but right there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Ridiculous.
Defense number 7 for Tawny. His first of the game. 15-yard penalty. First down.
It would have been 3rd down and 3 instead. More than enough for a first down on penalty yardage. 10 penalties already for Michigan State. If you remember last year, Michigan didn't have a single penalty in this matchup, which ended up providing crucial yardage on the other side and saving themselves. Michigan only with 3 penalties, double digits for the Spartans.
And allows Michigan a new set of downs, put your big people back in, run the football, run the clock, and put more duress on Michigan State.
Haynes gets held back. A nice play by Bowen.
And again, Jonathan Smith, when we talked to him yesterday, said we leaned into the rivalry. We talked about it. It's nasty. But you got to focus on winning in the 60 minutes between the whistles. The extracurricular stuff in the tunnel, stuff after the plays, that's not what's going to win the football game. And Michigan has played with more poise and more control tonight than Michigan State has.
2nd down and 7. Underwood will keep it. Step up. Underwood, sacked. Loses a yard. 3rd and long.
I think that was Ben Sumerin who ends up getting the tackle on the sack. Watch Ben Sumerin. He's come to the heart and
Man, what a game we got.
Does a nice job. He's getting blocked. He moves to the play, then he falls in and is part of the tackle along
Michigan sure whooping that ass tonight.
with Buckley, number 88.
Let's take a look at our QB comparison brought to you by Target. Not necessarily a banner evening for Bryce Underwood or Aiden Childs. Underwood just 8 of 17, 86 yards, the rushing touchdown in the first quarter. Childs had picked it up the last 2 drives up to 114. He did have to turn over on the first drive and the rushing touchdown early.
What would you say? They've kind of been off target.
Oh, come on. Locked in. You're fully midseason form.
Well, I'm playing with emotion and not emotion. I'm playing this game with emotion.
I'm just glad you didn't say target. That was the biggest one of all.
I had to throw that out, man. My son Eli is a proud employee at Target.
That's big for the brand. So 3rd down and 8, still 5:59 to play. Michigan State took their first time out to stop the clock. And they get another stop here. Keep hope alive at Spartan Stadium. Haynes up to 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. There's 13 shy of his career high. And he has it up the middle. But he's not going to get a first down. If anything, he wants the football. And Michigan State has it.
Has there been a signal yet?
David Santiago came up, and there it is.
Michigan State has the ball now again.
Santiago recovers the fumble.
Throwing on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down.
So a big swing indeed. Field position for
So they got the ball back.
Joe Rossi's defense put together one of their better performances this season.
It looked like Grady Kelly, number 16, ripped it out.
I think it was Santiago at the time.
Ripped it out. How about that? Rips out the ball and then falls on it and gives the ball back to the Spartan offense. He's held up by Wayne Matthews, number 10, and Santiago does what you tell guys. If one guy's got him held out, second guy come and try to rip the ball out. They needed a turnover, and they got it.
So 5:51 to play, 2 timeouts, and the 2-minute timeout. You're going to start this drive from the 46-yard line if you're Aiden Childs. Up to 114 yards. They'll go there on first down. Steps up. Right balls complete. Marsh in the soft spot of the defense.
Again, cover 2, so there's an area between the corner and the safety. Childs did a nice job of manipulating the pocket, just moving enough to buy some time for that to open up.
First and down. Childs on the move. Up course. Knocked away.
Nice play by Zeke Berry. Working on Omari Kelly. Timed that perfectly. Got a hand on the football. A little out route. And coverage.
Oof.
Nice play by Zeke Berry.
Well, Kelly still just 2 catches, 14 yards. Marsh is up to 71 of the 138 shots yards.
Still think
Come on, Michigan.
might give you a matchup inside working on TJ Metcalf.
Go, guys.
Set it to him.
Get. Yeah.
3rd down and 4 upcoming from the 32. Again, you're within that field goal range. It's not a chip shot. Let's see how they play it this time around. Hang on. Cal Tolliver trying to weave his way through as a yard short.
Man, what a game we got.
And it's 4th and 1, and again, it looks like the offense will stay
Let's get whooping that ass.
Tempo. Trying to get the play called, and they
trying to sneak in.
Oh.
He's denied again. Back-to-back 4th down stops.
Wow.
Michigan didn't even have all their people on the field. They're running guys off, running guys on. There's a hole to the side of the defense, but Jimmy Roller made an incredible play. Watch Jimmy Roller. There's a hole right here. Jimmy Roller makes the play.
That was a good play right there.
Gets Childs, slows him down. And Michigan, in the midst of chaos, gets another 4th down stop.
After the loss at USC, Jerome Moore said they have to have tough conversations within their building, tough conversations within this program. Jimmy Rolder has been one of the breakout stars this year that they expected coming into the year. Jonathan Smith was hoping this could be a springboard game for his team. But how about the response for Michigan after what they did in LA 2 weeks ago? A huge win last week against Washington.
Come on, Michigan.
And now it looks like they're in the driver's
Come on, guys.
again with a rivalry game here at Michigan State. Before we go to KT.
Well, Sherrone Moore showed up in a blue-collar jacket after Michigan lost to USC in an effort to send a message to his team. We've got to go back to work. He wore the same jacket to his press conference following the team's win over Washington. A week later, there he is. And Trey Williams told me that blue-collar symbolism means a lot to everyone in the program. He said, I did an interview on Tuesday, and I have my blue-collar shirt on. It's the mindset that applies every day. It's a big deal here, and here behind Coach for 100%.
They have brought it. Now back to that week.
One thing I respect about Jerome,
What a game.
they did it when Jim Harbaugh was there. This is a team that practices hard. They practice very physically, and every Tuesday they have a live 9-on-7 period. It's an inside running drill. There's no passing. There's no wide receivers. It's just running the football inside, and it's full tackling, taking the backs to the ground. It's not a long period, but it's an intense period, and it's just kind of a physical and a mental period that this Michigan football team does on a weekly basis, and they got back to it in great fashion the last 2 weeks.
45th rush of the night. The score goes for Marshall to bring up 3rd down and 1. Michigan says 1 timeout remaining, and will not use it here. So 45 runs, 17 catches. It's that throwback to what we saw for Michigan 2 years ago.
Well, and it's almost like the road game they won in Nebraska was very similar. They did not throw the ball very much in Nebraska. In fact, 22 pass attempts. Bryce Underwood only had 12 completions, but they ran for nearly 300 yards against the Cornhuskers to dominate the game.
Marshall was the star last week with 133 yards. Can he get the first down here? And he can. The extra effort, Jordan Marshall. Tough running, first down Michigan. Keep an eye after the play. Remember how the game ended last year? With his two teams nearly coming to blows in the final minute of action. And what ended up being a one-score.
Michigan State getting their asses whooped.
Trying to tell the rest of his guys. He's smart out there.
Well, Blake Frazier was involved.
We're going to call this a game.
A couple of the other linemen kind of getting after him, saying, hey, keep it together. We don't need any of that right now.
Feel bad for the Michigan State fans out there. They're like, come on, guys.
Leg lock down to 5. Rating the clock as best they can. It's Marshall for 3. Just 1 timeout remaining, and now Michigan State will use it with 2:58 left. You can see the fire from Joe Rossi all night. So 2nd and 7 upcoming after this timeout. We also have our upcoming schedule presented by Discover, Rutgers, and number 23, Illinois, noon Eastern on NBC and Peacock. And then Big Ten Saturday night, USC at Nebraska, 7:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Talk about the implications of a game like this for Michigan and how they keep winning. Those two teams are very much in the thick of it as well.
Well, USC, before they played Michigan, they had a bye week, and were able to kind of reset and come out and play extremely well. They're coming off a bye week this week before they go to Lincoln, so I would expect to see the best version of Lincoln Riley's team in Lincoln next week. Cornhuskers with a hard-fought win over a very feisty Northwestern team today. Same Northwestern team that beat Penn State up in Happy Valley 2 weeks ago.
That was one of the hotter teams in the conference. Coming out in 5-2. 2nd down and 7. Marshall with a home.
Go. Go for another touchdown. Go. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That's what's up. 30-13. Damn. You're showing they're the top dogs tonight.
Justice Haynes, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. His running mate, Jordan Marshall, 110 yards and a touchdown. And it's night time in East Lansing.
Well, this is a heck of a run by Marshall, but a real breakdown by Michigan State defensively. You're going to see these 3 guys all show up in the same area right here. And then Nakai Martinez, just back after a long absence, is going to miss a tackle. They leave a void, there's a missed tackle, and Jordan Marshall makes a pay with a touchdown. They bludgeon, and then they knock you out.
And strike the ball Bunyan pose. It is staying in Ann Arbor. Joe Rox's unit has been much improved, and many times tonight, very impressive, but just one too many shots to the body from the Michigan run game. 281 rushing yards for the Wolverines, compared to 251 total yards for the Spartans. It's 39 degrees here, by the way, just for all those people without a shirt.
Coming into the game, Michigan averaging 212 yards a game rushing, third in the Big Ten.
Fair catch made. 2:48 to play. Well, this Michigan team, talk about keep winning, you're going to put yourself in position. Purdue at home next week, then a bye week. You go to Wrigley Field to play Northwestern before a tough game at Maryland. Everybody talks about the Ohio State game. You talk about trap games looking ahead. Maryland is a good team this season. They have played well. Blake Washington has been one of the more impressive freshman quarterbacks. That'll be a battle of two freshman quarterbacks as well. And speaking of, Michigan State's going to put in their freshman, Alessio Milivojevic, in the game. But just an impressive bounce back after the loss at USC, where Michigan felt embarrassed, and another penalty. It will be the 11th against the Spartans.
Start. Offense, 62. 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And remember, this Michigan team defensively, a year ago, it took them about half the year for their defense to really kind of get settled in under Wink Martindale. After that Washington game that they lost, they did not play very well out there. After that point, they kind of turned it up a different notch defensively.
And it is crumbling now.
Yeah.
All start. Offense for 58. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, you have a new quarterback in. The same offensive linemen are in. A new quarterback with a new voice. And they haven't been able to get the ball snapped 2 plays in a row.
They really had issues there. Now Tyler runs into a wall. Jimmy Older, easily the MVP of this game, by the way.
Well, and really last week, too. I mean, Wink Martindale just has raved about the way he has played. He's a guy who's had injuries earlier in his career. And a lot of people thought maybe he might think about transferring. There were teams that were going to step back around to see if he wanted to. And Wink talked to him and said, look, you're a starter. And when they moved Jason Carnahan to the edge, that allowed Jimmy Lower to really shine as a starting linebacker.
Milivojevic with a completion. Finds Kelly on the outside. Boulders up to 10 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, and a fumble recovery, along with a quarterback hurry in this game. And, there's flags on the field. Let's see if Milivojevic took a hit on the back end here.
He kind of got up holding his shoulder.
Barham dragged him.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 1. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So it is Barham. Here goes the 2-minute timeout. Michigan State, this is going to be their 5th consecutive loss, and Jonathan Smith talked about this potentially being a season-changing type of game if you can get a win. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board, had chances, especially in this fourth quarter. Came in down 17, got a quick touchdown, decided to go for 2 as opposed to making it a 10-point game. And then 2 fourth-down stops in Michigan territory. And it looks promising on both drives as Milivojevic gets out of the pocket and just sails out of bounds with 1:58 to play in the fourth quarter. 31-13, Michigan on their way to their 75th win in this series. The Wolverines needed a victory. They look like they're going to get it down the stretch on the road.
body wash. And now that's 24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
Oops.
Spend less for the shrimp you crave with the new Ultimate Spend Less Shrimp.
Ultimate spin less shrimp. That sounds just like.
Like garlic shrimp scampi, shrimp linguine alfredo, and popcorn shrimp on one plate for just $15.99.
There's nothing less about that.
That's real happiness only at Red Lobster.
Every morning we wake up, happy thoughts in our heads. Only good vibes in the moment that we first met. We are young, we are fun, lost in the moment.
Aaron Rodgers, one of the great careers of all time. 18 years of my career. It's really special.
Somebody I used to know.
Sunday Night Football matchup.
Every Monday and Tuesday, the NBA is on NBC and Peacock. Peacock NBA Monday, NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday. Every week, all season long.
Well, Jimmy Rolder has been on a real tear in the last couple of weeks. He has been all over the field, rushing the quarterback, getting a sack. This was a 2-point play, knocked away, read the eyes of the quarterback. Another fourth down play, read it beautifully, made the play. Here's the fourth down stop. Kind of anticipated the quarterback sneak. That was a play when Michigan was kind of all out of sorts in their formation. He still made the play.
Pretty good night. 10 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, a fumble recovery, a QB hurry. And now this Michigan defense is closing the door once again.
Good stop for Michigan. Ha!
5.5 sacks now this season.
And just ran right through Rustin Young, the left tackle. You know, you don't have to worry at all about the run game at this point. These are some pretty talented edge rushers that Michigan has. It's a tough spot to be for a young tackle like Rustin Young, redshirt freshman.
3 sacks on the night, now up to 20 on the season. In the middle of the pack, to a certain degree, the Big Ten 6th in that category, 33rd in the country. Looking at another one, back to back for more. The flag is down in the secondary.
Holding. Defense. Number 2. T.R. penalty. Yeah.
That's the freshman from Richmond, Virginia, Shamari Phillips. So at a time to keep this drive rolling for Michigan State. You brought up the trajectory that this defense for Michigan had last season.
Yeah.
It does feel like we're starting to see that. Again, take the USC game out of it. Performed really well against Wisconsin. Performed really well against Washington. Now goes on the road. Performed really well here against Michigan State. As Illinois Vic completes. And Mark has another catch. That'll be his 6th of the evening. They're going to have to do the same. What Purdue is a much improved offense from what we saw last year in particular. You go to Northwestern, we just talked about, again, at Wrigley Field, but being a much improved team and one of the tougher outs right now in the Big Ten, as Illinois Vic delivers short and incomplete. And then those last 2 games in particular, at Maryland, home for Ohio State, this defense can have a plan at a really high level.
Yeah, they're going to have to be at a consistent level. Obviously, Bryce Underwood has to continue to develop. They got to lean hard on their running game, which means their offensive line needs to stay healthy and get better. But they are they're right where they want to be at this point. The win here moves them to 6-2.
Jordan Marshall felt like they haven't reached that ceiling yet. They still have a lot of potential that they haven't quite shown. That Bray makes a couple of really impressive moves.
Another good stop from Michigan.
To the 32-yard line. Picks up 14 on the catch and run. But Marshall did say when they do reach that ceiling, when they reach that potential, it could be really scary for the rest of the country. They believe that they could be as good as anybody competing for the national championship this year. First down, Milivojevic on target again. This time, Tal Tolliver, the running back.
And Michigan sure whooping that ass tonight.
The team last year, the defense got to a point where they were playing at a consistent level, and they couldn't throw the football at all. All they could do was run it a little bit. They had no passing game. They played 3 different quarterbacks. Now they've got a quarterback. He's young. He's still growing. He's still developing. They got a couple weapons on the outside. So this is a team that has a much different kind of offense than they had a year ago.
There is a yellow marker, by the way, at the 6. I don't think it's a flag.
Illegal substitution. 12 players on defense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So I know a lot of people might be sitting back and saying, all right, this game's over. But there is some significance remaining here with 13 seconds remaining.
Results of the penalty will be a first down.
And Bryce Underwood's taking selfies already.
Underwood's taking selfies already.
He puts this within striking distance of the end zone. 18-point game right now.
Someone's phone.
State could get this final score just a little bit closer. Jonathan Smith has thrown his freshman quarterback, Alessio Milivojevic, out there. He has led this drive with a couple of penalties to boost them out the 21-yard line, first down.
13 seconds on the clock.
Steps up, throws, Hill, caught, touchdown.
Oh, shit.
Michael Milsonis, the tight end. With 7 seconds.
Michigan State got a touchdown, but got tackled in the touchdown area. That sucked for the Michigan person doing that to Michigan State.
Good protection.
31-19. I'll be 31-20 here in a short.
His feet steps up a little bit. Delivers a strike in the seam to Milsonis.
Nice throw. H-Child will tell us that he loves the way that.
Yep, 31-20.
Finds that the quarterback room, with only 4 of them in there, and John Boyd, the quarterback coach, is so much energy. They root for each other.
Michigan State, you gotta come back. Only 7 seconds on the clock.
The development of Alessio Milivojevic and hoping to leave him something.
They just got lucky there.
So more meaningful reps. 5 of 6 on the drive for 60 yards and a touchdown for the freshman from Naperville, Illinois. Final 7 seconds of the 118th meeting between Michigan and Michigan State. And the Paul Bunyan Trophy staying with the Wolverines. First time for the Michigan native. Bryce Underwood in this matchup. And he has delivered his part. Not necessarily through the air, but running the offense, keeping the ball out of harm's way, and still understanding hot hands. 22 and 23 certainly got it.
Is the Paul Bunyan Trophy here? Is it like out on the field somewhere, or is it?
I would imagine so.
Right.
Do you want to see it? You want to get a feel?
No, but I would think Michigan would kind of look for it. It's probably on their sideline since they won it last year.
Oh, the moving onside kick. We saw that in Oregon last year with Oregon and Ohio State. Went off of Bredesen, but Michigan.
5 seconds on the clock.
Enough. That was a nice play by Connington to put it in the right spot. So 5 seconds remaining. Again, Jerome Moore just trying to make sure that his team behaves themselves. Jonathan Smith hopeful the same thing here as this game comes to a close. One final kneel down, and Michigan will move to 6-2. 2 road losses at Oklahoma, at USC, playoff hopes still very much alive if they can win out, including the victory in the final game of the season against Ohio State. Underwood will take the final snap with his 2 stars of the game. Haynes with 152 and 2 touchdowns in his return to action. Marshall with 110 and a dagger touchdown of 56 yards. This one comes to an end. Underwood nails it down, and the Paul trophy.
Oh, what a game! What a game! One of my next live, y'all. Take it easy. Have a good one. Yep, they won.